thank you for joining us for episode 27 of Fool's Banter Radio. I'm your host, Brad. Joining me, as usual, are an abundance of fools.
I mean, no more fools than we've ever had before.
We have all 5 fools here today. We're going to start on the right this time.
A full house?
How you doing
A
there?
full house. Oh, wow.
I was
gonna say a fool's gathering.
The dude making the nice, funny jokes is Stevedore here. How you doing, Steve? I'm pretty good. Hey. Clad Josh, as always.
Clad Josh.
How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Plaid. He's always wearing plaid, dude.
That was awesome.
As of, it's just funny because I'm not even wearing plaid right now, but I'm wearing checkers.
Whatever, same shit.
Get your shit straight. It's kind of not same.
Dude,
it isn't the same.
Your hair is just getting outrageously
Dude, are you
right
gonna do like a Russian music video?
I just really want to headbang in like a rock concert with my long hair. That's what I want. That's like my goal.
To headbang in a rock concert.
I want my freaking really long hair for doing it.
Dude, I am waiting. System of a Down is still touring in Europe.
System of a Down is not System of a Down.
What do you mean?
Because they're not fucking tour with Surge, dude. It's not the same.
No, they do. They do. Surge is with them right now. They're back touring in Europe.
For serious?
Yeah.
For serious?
They've been.
Yes, they're touring in Europe, and my wife thinks that they might come and do a U.S. tour after that.
System of a Down.
If that
I'm
is
down
the
for
case, then Kyle and I are going.
Last
to
I
System of a Down
understood.
concert.
Yeah,
System
I'm gonna join you guys. Honestly, I love System of a Down.
That is my all-time favorite band. Kyle and I, growing up, that's all we listened to.
A fuck ton. Not all. No, I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to a fuck ton of Sublime at the same time.
Yeah, but we did System of a Down.
I love that band.
But I am actually very hyped for this episode this week. There was big announcements yesterday that I'm excited
before you
to talk
do that,
about.
What? Oh yeah, right.
Before you do that, let's keep going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We got Keith
I'm
here.
excited.
How you doing, Keith?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Except for somebody stealing my lines.
And
Someone's stealing your lines.
And my tooth being pulled, so.
Oh yeah, Keith's like, oh yeah, I gotta get a tooth pulled like 2 hours before the podcast.
Which was smart.
Let's get that done.
Obviously.
And then we got last but least, we got Kyle.
I thought you were gonna make a good pun or something, but then you started talking shit.
he sounded like a fool.
Wow. God damn it. I don't even do that on purpose. I don't even do that on purpose.
Why?
Alright, so
It's contagious.
Since it's been a while.
It's like yawns.
It hasn't been that long since we've had Josh here. I think we did one episode.
Yeah, one episode in between.
One or two?
Yeah, nice.
One?
Yeah, I was here for 25.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
shit. Getting on it.
So is this the year episode?
It might be.
That was.
We were
I
talking
mean,
No,
yeah.
we thought it was last.
We
last
thought it was
episode, but
last.
it
It's
was
not.
I think it's this one,
It's
isn't
this
it?
one.
What
Something
was
like
the
that.
date again? Stevedore had it all, I remember.
So yeah, this is our 1 year
You don't
episode
remember?
right here.
Dude,
1
you
year.
remember?
As far
Actually,
as
we
you
just
brought
passed
it up.
as
Isn't
far
it?
as
Wasn't
numbers
it
go,
in
26
between?
is the
Wasn't it in between the two
It
episodes?
was somewhere in between, yeah.
It was like
for when
last.
it was posted. Yes,
For when it was
last
posted.
week.
When was it posted? Just a couple.
It was posted Tuesday.
was
Today's
a year from
Friday.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Oh!
Anyway,
Anyways,
moving on.
boy.
Since Josh wasn't here last time, he's got plenty he wants to talk about. So we'll let you kick it off. Josh.
It's not even the fact that I wasn't here last time. It's all about yesterday, man.
Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday, March 8th. So we're recording this on March 9th. And
almost 10.
anyways.
Shut up.
And Nintendo released a Direct yesterday. Just kind of announced it like 2 days before it was posted. And then they released the Direct yesterday and started out just kind of with like mediocre titles, like remakes on the 3DS and like sequels to indie titles, and they're releasing the new Kirby game next week, and they're making Splatoon and Mario Tennis.
Splatoon,
Yay!
man. Oh my god, I can't stand even watching that.
Honestly, it was very disappointing because the Direct was ending, and then they were like, alright, this is the final announcement that we're making for this Direct. And then they showed Splatoon 2 update, and you were like, come on, that's really like a climax of this Direct was freaking Splatoon. And then they were like, oh, so this is the Splatoon stuff, but we actually have one last thing that we're going to show you. Watch this real quick. And then it showed
They were teaching
two
you.
inklings fighting each other, and I was like, really? More Splatoon stuff? And then I was like, wait a minute, what if they're putting the inkling in Smash Brothers? And then you see the freaking Smash Ball in the inkling's eyes, and see all the freaking silhouettes of like Mario and fucking Breath of the Wild Link, and they're all just really epic. Big giant sun Smash Ball fireball thing. It was awesome. I am so hyped.
This is Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah.
This is
Smash
Smash
This is
Brothers.
Smash
For the
Brothers
Switch.
for the Switch. They said that they're releasing it in 2018.
Oh.
So it's going to be within the next 9 months. I'm so hyped.
They're making a Smash baby.
Yeah, so I'm getting a Switch, so that's
Are
kinda
you?
nice.
That's very good. I'm going to be playing Smash everywhere.
You mean
Like,
getting-
car
You're
rides
not even gonna get
I was
Smash
I'm
on
gonna
the
be
Switch.
smashing everywhere.
everywhere.
I'm gonna smash on the bus.
In the car.
I'm gonna smash
on
in the
bus.
glass.
On the shitter.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
everywhere.
especially on
I'm
the
gonna
shitter.
smash on the shitter all
Holy
day.
shit.
I'm going to
Okay,
smash
okay.
on the kitchen table, boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna smash in my
Yeah.
mom's rooms.
Oh, goodness.
Terrible.
But, oh my god. So, the fact that they're making, like, Breath of the Wild Link for the Smash Brothers, my first thought process with it was like, oh my gosh, they're releasing new costumes for Link. Whoa, that's so awesome. But I'm actually thinking that it's referencing towards it being a new Smash game, like a Smash 5. They're not going to just port over Smash 4 onto it.
I would hope not.
Not
If you got a
on
new console, you need a new game, right?
Exactly. And like every single new console that they've made, they've put a Smash game on.
Yeah.
So
64
Well,
GameCube,
then why
Wii,
would you
Wii U,
even think
Yeah.
that
Switch.
they would?
yeah.
Exactly. But
Wait, are you,
like
are
they're
you nervous?
making
You're scared. He's
Oh,
scared. He's
I
like, oh my
am.
god, don't do that.
please do not just put a port. I want it to be a new Smash game so
Is Skyrim out yet?
bad. Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
out.
it's been
Yeah.
It's
So
been out
speaking
since
of which,
March.
I was gonna ask. So have you been playing anything on your Switch? What have you been doing with your Switch?
Actually, I've been quite focused on like a lot of school, honestly.
Aww.
But
Wait,
But I-
Isn't school just coming home and playing video games
I
after you get out of school?
guess if like
Or if you even
this
code?
is my last semester, so like I gotta keep everything good.
Yeah, own it.
But
Up at you.
You're about to be a
Own it.
real boy.
Yeah, right. Real man, thank you very much. But but I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I love my Overwatch.
I can only play the
Your
game every
Overwatch.
now and then.
So you missed the last episode, but Kyle and I got down a little bit on Overwatch.
Ooh, what?
And then we got down
On-
on PUBG.
on what
But yeah,
platform?
what I was
What
gonna say.
platform? Computer?
What the fuck?
PC.
Other? I don't own
Okay.
any
Kyle doesn't
console.
own anything else.
Just
I
Oh,
own
good point,
only
good point.
a pooter.
Anyway,
Steve and I played some PUBG on the Xbox, but I cannot stand 30 frames per second and below playing PUBG because it's on the console.
They just had an update recently. It made it
Still,
a lot
oh my
better.
God, it
It's
runs
crazy.
so garbage.
It's good.
So I bought it on
Well-
PC.
oh, you
Why
bought it
did
on
you
PC?
buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
We can do
on
squads
Stereo?
now. We can do
Game.
4-person squads
Yeah,
now.
boy.
Except
I will
for
say-
we're really bad. I'm really
You
bad.
get, they are really bad.
Steve will carry
Okay,
us.
they
I,
are-
I will carry out. No, I
There
can't
was
carry
that
on
one
the
fight-
PC. I
I
can
will
carry on the
say
Xbox
for-
for sure.
Nah, dude.
For computer to console carryovers, they do that a lot. It happened with 7 Days. Everybody
And
hated. Well,
No, I
didn't-
think Arc is honestly better on the console.
How is Path of
But-
Exile
Now.
received?
Now.
Now.
But yeah, but not now. But that's the thing. That's the trend I'm seeing. Is it takes a while for them to make it good on the console, but they eventually get there. Like 7 Days is actually good on the console now.
I'm curious
I
about
agree.
Path
Paragon
of Exile.
was good on the
Brad.
console.
That one.
Paragon was good
Shut
like
the fuck
that on
up!
the console. I mean, there's
My bad,
glitches,
guys. I'm talking about Paragon. I love Paragon.
Yo.
Even though it's ending in a month.
Well,
Sad face.
we were talking
Cries all night
This
long.
shit.
I was going
but I
for
stopped
him.
playing that game because I
You
can't.
probably shouldn't. I put it in my mouth all the time.
So, PoE on
Path
the
of Exile
console.
port. Yeah. How did that?
I don't. I
how is
mean,
that going?
it got some horrible reviews only because of latency. People were like, "This is a shit game," and the microtransactions they didn't understand. They're like, $500 for a pack to help you level, and they're like, what?
Where does it say that?
Yeah, that's
Where does it
what
say
a lot
that?
of the reviews were and stuff like that, and they're like, no, that pack is just cosmetics.
Just like
That's just 'cause-
misinformation.
That's a support
Well, no,
pack
it's
for
not
like you get
misinformation.
tons of
It's-
cosmetics.
It's not even reading. You look at the service, you look at the store, you see, okay, it costs this many points. They go do the conversion. They're like, oh, it costs this much money. What the shit, right? Because some of the things are expensive. Don't get me wrong. Full packs of armor sets and really good MTX packs or whatever can get a little pricey, but they're fucking only cosmetic.
But yeah, that was all the reviews was like, oh, a free game, but it's $500 pay to win.
Yeah, not even close. No such thing as pay to win in Path of Exile.
Yeah, so. But I mean, and the leagues come out like a month after the PC version, so PC is still the main shit that you want to get down on.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually picked up in this league. I didn't even realize that I had gone the day after the league start when I started my character. So I was
really?
like, wow, look at that. That's awesome. Because I didn't know, but I remember you told me what the name of it was. I got on and I was like, cool, we'll play. And then I realized because I was getting the messages of people hitting places first, I was like, wow. Awesome, we're
Yeah,
ready to
Josh
start.
missed it last week. I was talking about the new league, Path of Exile, which is Pokemon has
It's
come to Path of Exile.
Pokemon.
You get different kinds of nets.
Except for you don't.
So pretty
love
much
your...
different kinds of Pokeballs,
Yeah.
and you run around and capture the beasts throughout.
Oh, it's
Path
not
of Exile.
Pokemon.
Well, the biggest
No.
difference is you don't love your Pokemon and train them and make them
Instead,
strong.
you put them in an arena and
Seems
you
like
kill
it's more
them
like
to
for
craft
items.
stuff.
For items, yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a different thing they're hitting then. I think that's hitting more on Monster Hunter. 'Cause you do
I don't know.
So
It's not
this
so-
league is actually being received not the best.
Really? Why? Is it because the mechanics?
There are a few problems with it. People are thinking it's because they're releasing too many leagues, but whatever. But
I kinda
there
agree
was
with
this
that.
one recipe that was released and late, and then it was like deactivated less than 8 hours later.
I read that.
Because the top people that could do it were all of a sudden realizing that you could use it to duplicate
Everything.
well,
Not
it,
everything.
it's basically it's a recipe that allows you to put an item and it'll split that item in two, and it'll split the mods between those two.
I believe it's intended for like 6-link things, right?
It basically it's just a way to
help
like
you
split
do-
mods on items.
It's something that you are supposed to be able to do, but there was what was it like easy
You
mode? There was
should-
an exploit.
So you should be able to do it with 6 links. That's fine because it's supposed to be a super expensive recipe.
Uh-huh.
But with people, the top people that have already been playing a long time and grinding, already had enough to do it a lot of times. But what they were doing with it is they were taking these Elder and Shaper bases that were not supposed to work with it, and they were duplicating those, so you get two Elder items that can be
So that was an
rerolled
exploit.
to badass items.
And it actually wasn't as bad as you think. I saw a Reddit post that said the most that one person, and it was from a dev, most one person ever duplicated was like 13 items, or did use that recipe. The most used the recipe was 13 times.
And that thing was probably worth
And it
maybe
was-
10 exalt.
And it was just blown out of proportion. I don't know what the item was or whatever.
It
but
was-
It was blown out of proportion a little bit. It's just for the most part, most people did not. Some people made out from this, for sure.
Yeah.
But not as much as you think.
Lucky for them, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also working with
If you can
Uber Lab Helm enchantments, which it shouldn't. So that was duplicating like the best Uber Lab enchantments. So you
I
got
feel
a
like-
bunch of helms that you could craft with.
I read that. That's the first time I'd heard from it. I read that post. It was just basically the response to it, and I felt like that was pretty.
But yeah, the
well
recipe
done.
is still in there.
Yeah,
It is
it's not
doesn't
that
work with the enchantments or the Elder Shaper items anymore. You can still duplicate a 6-link item, but the recipe is much more expensive now.
Let's
So.
see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Little
just
bit
a lot of
controversy
people
in the
complaining about it. I'm using one of the new skills, which I'm finding is a little lacking in certain
Oh, it's
spots.
definitely lackluster.
Especially because it's I think there's a bug that's making it not scale with one of the stats.
So that might get fixed, and the next thing you know, it'll be the strongest one.
I'm hoping. I
Strongest
did a
shit.
pretty
really
solid Reddit post about it. Got some good response.
What?
But
You didn't even didn't even mail me the right boost. I can upvote that shit. I'll upvote the hell out of it.
It got like 50 upvotes.
Oh, that's good.
It was
It's
on like the
always
second
nice.
page of the Path of Exile.
It's always nice when you post something somewhere that's like informative and
Well,
people
'cause
are
it
like,
was,
"Oh, cool!
like,
I didn't know this."
legit-
Or, I like this. That's
legit. A lot of people had complaints about it. It was just me saying, okay, these 3 things need to happen to make this skill solid. And,
good. Okay. Okay.
and people were like, yeah, I agree.
I started the league with the summoner. I'm going for a skeleton mage summoner using some.
Yeah, in
So
other
that's
news,
gonna be
Kyle started
pretty sick.
playing,
That-
and my
That's what I
build
said
is
from the beginning.
my build is tanky and will work well with support with Kyle's build. So I think if he gets to end game, him and I can rock almost all the content.
Rock.
basically saying that he can't do it by himself.
Yeah, I don't have enough DPS to take on Shaper or anything like that.
I'm telling you,
You're like,
patch
but
that
I'll
shit
live
through,
forever,
It's gonna
so-
fucking
Yeah.
destroy.
If I'm sitting there with my auras and my taunt ability helping Kyle's minions, then we can do it.
True.
Right. Right.
So, a couple games that I forgot to say on the direct. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
bringing it
my
back.
God.
I'm bringing
To
it
be
back
fair,
for a
you,
second.
you asked him about it and then cut him off with Path of Exile.
No, I-
No, just let the conversation flow. You
Yeah.
I wanted to take it back
Tetris.
a little bit too. So
Just try to stay
Um,
on one topic.
Well, like,
ish.
so, 2 games that were announced for it that are pretty groundbreaking is.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. What is with all of you? Like, just all of a sudden when someone's talking, you're just like fucking air jerking off. I just don't get it.
Because Keith
Is
was
this
jerking
new?
off.
It's
What?
New
funny.
Fool's Banter meme that I didn't get the memo for or something like that.
I'm clueless too. I don't know what these guys are
It's
doing
just
right
funny
now.
because it happens and nobody on that
Yeah,
side
they
of the
don't get it.
microphone
You're
knows.
just looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
You're supposed to
You
ignore
guys
it.
are like both doing this. I'm like, this new Fool's Banter meme. I
You're
did not
supposed
get the
to
memo
ignore
for.
it. It's supposed to make you laugh.
Alright, go ahead, Josh.
You're totted.
So, a couple
Play with that long luxurious
revolutionary
hair.
games that are coming onto the Switch.
Revolutionary.
Yeah, they're kind of groundbreaking because it's like new developers coming to the Switch, you know? And there's Crash Bandicoot, the remastered Crash Bandicoot they're bringing onto the
That's
Switch.
so bro.
Yeah, and
We're talking old Crash Bandicoots?
well, they
remastered.
remastered them. And Undertale, that doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's something.
And,
Shit, is Undertale
and
again?
Diablo 3.
Some terrible.
I don't know,
game.
is it?
Diablo 3
I don't
on the
know.
Switch?
So there's been lots of hints about it,
I hope so. That'd be
about
dope.
Diablo 3
I don't
coming
see why they
to the
wouldn't.
Switch, and I think it's gonna happen.
I don't see why they
2018.
wouldn't. It's only on Xbox.
You could
right?
probably
Right
play
now.
it with the little Joy-Con. I mean, all you need
It's
is
on
one
Xbox and
joystick.
PS4.
All
Okay,
you
so
need is
then
a
it would
single
only make
joystick,
sense
I
that they
think.
would try to
Yes,
to-
yeah, it would run perfectly on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Easy.
Yeah.
honestly, as I've always said, I think it's a funner console game than a PC game.
Well, yeah, and it's kind of a
Yeah.
party game, like
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
actually makes a lot of sense.
It's an enjoyable, casual
co-op.
Yeah.
console RPG,
Absolutely.
ARPG.
You
in
can
my
have 2
opinion.
people, one on each Joy-Con.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
4 people.
Oh.
I have
No,
I
you
think
can,
it
you
wouldn't
can,
work.
there's too
Oh,
many
wouldn't work,
too
yeah.
many skills. They wouldn't split
No.
Joy-Con.
Like you already have enough troubles, I'm sure, with the controller because I don't know. I feel like
It works perfectly on console the way it is because there's just enough buttons for
Is
all
there?
the skills.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I have GameCube
are you,
controllers, and
is
that
there
works on
anything
the
that you
Switch.
feel is
So
lacking? Oh fuck, sorry.
you're good, man. Go for it.
No.
How many buttons does the Nintendo have? I'm curious.
The
It's
Nintendo,
same-
as much as
it's same
everything
as the
else.
other controller.
What does that
Xbox
mean?
One.
Give me a fucking number.
Okay,
You
so
surely
1,
know.
2, 3, 4,
Standard.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
The standard
buttons.
L1, R1, R1,
Excluding the
R2.
joysticks.
No, give me every single
So
button. I want to
14.
know all inputs.
So
I'm curious.
14.
I'm curious.
Oh, no,
L1,
that's a
R1.
lie. 18, and that's including the home button, picture, and both the pause buttons.
18 buttons. And Xbox, Brad, what do you think?
It's the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
All the 3 are the same. The 3 main
Well,
consoles,
Xbox,
they all have the same
PS4,
number of-
and Switch.
And, well,
Except Switch has some
no,
picture
the
buttons or
Xbox,
whatever.
the Xbox One has one extra
Okay, so
button,
you can
and that's
exclude,
including
like-
that's the sync button.
What?
That's it.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
you
but
guys
you
are
can't use
counting
those
So,
not
okay,
playable
think
buttons.
about it like this. Start select, right, which are always buttons that you use in games. Start select, and then all of the controllers.
Yeah.
None of the proprietary stuff like
Not
picture.
the extra shit.
Not home.
We're
Okay,
not
so
including
start
that stuff.
select 4, 4, 1, 1. So that's 12, and then 16 buttons.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I
that
got
was
an Xbox
ridiculous.
controller
We're
right
sitting
here.
here talking about how many
Did
buttons are
Xbox
on a
and
controller.
PlayStation-
To be
That's
fair
fine.
though,
Xbox and PlayStation are almost identical.
PlayStation
all
4.
That's an Xbox 360 controller.
So, and you only have two. You only have there's one joystick and one directional pad, right?
What?
on a Nintendo. I don't know why
on
I
the
care so
Switch,
much
got
about
two
this.
joysticks.
Right
So
now.
Two
Not gonna
joysticks
lie.
on
the
the
Switch
Switch.
controller has the same like format as this,
It's
where
all-
it's
all
the
places
joystick,
there.
where it's the right joystick below the left
All this
joystick,
is
and
there.
then it's identical controller
Oh, yeah.
formatting.
I don't know why I care about this so much. I'm not gonna lie. I just got super interested in it.
It's
For all of a
cool.
sudden.
It has the same buttons. They
We just went on like a fucking.
It is a straight up Nintendo console. It's not a portable one with the one little silly joystick.
I love the Switch. I love how they're trying. Oh yeah, Dark Souls remastered on the Switch, by the way. But
I said that like
well, yeah,
4
but
weeks
they're
ago.
releasing more stuff on it. But like the Switch is kind of becoming more of like, I mean, rather less of a family only console and more of like a anybody can play this console. There's Doom, there's freaking Mario, there's
That's my base-
everything.
Well,
like,
that's what people are
was-
saying is it's sorry Keith, but it's
That was my point.
Like last time. I'm gonna let you finish.
That's all I wanted to
I'm
say.
gonna let you finish.
And Dan.
well,
Well,
then
yeah,
go ahead.
that was my problem with Nintendo in the first place. Is like it was fun for family, but when it came to getting into
like
competitive-
hardcore gaming, they didn't really have it, but now they're pro controllers and stuff. It's so nice. Like,
Hardcore gaming. Yeah, they were definitely always
too
been
competitive. Like
too competitive.
too competitive
Nintendo's
for
a toy
just
company.
family games.
Toy
You know,
company.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
that's
to
a
have.
good
Well,
explanation
you know,
for
they
it.
make fucking
Nintendo's a-
really good toys, and
Nintendo-
yeah.
That's why I
Toy
don't
company.
like. That's why one of the reasons why I don't think I like Diablo
Mario
3 over
dildo.
Diablo 2. You get into the character build more with Diablo 2.
That's what Path of Exile is for.
You know,
That's what
it's
Path
just
of Exile is for.
That's how I finally got Kyle into Path of Exile one day because we were sitting there talking about like cool Diablo builds, and then we're like, "Oh, let's do a Diablo playthrough," and we're playing this.
I mean,
And I showed him some videos of like rips and like, yeah, how epic it was, and he's like, "Why are we playing this when we have the more refined modern day version in Path of Exile?" And then he finally started playing.
we found that game right around the same time, didn't we?
so it's,
So I found it
we found
because
it in beta.
yeah, I found it because I'm like, I'm so sick of Diablo. I need
I-
another action RPG.
I just found it really funny that like when Keith said that, you kind of like got an evil grin and like had an evil chuckle. You're like, haha, Keith's gonna get into Path of Exile because he said exactly what Kyle did.
No, I wasn't thinking that. Keith would play Path of Exile
Keith-
if he had the ability.
Keith
Yeah,
has
computer.
made the
Yeah,
realization.
yeah.
Tisk tisk. My computer's probably my most prized possession.
Right now, yeah, like thanks to
Plus,
Brad,
his
my
graphics
computer.
card is worth more than it was paid for it.
Nice.
That's interesting.
Especially after
What's
all
going on with that?
upping on the freaking.
Anyways.
All the
Market.
graphics cards are like skyrocketed in price because they're being bought out by Bitcoin
Which is
farmers.
Sad.
Bitcoin
'cause I
farmers
want a
and the
good
two
graph-
companies.
Mm.
Because the two companies bought the
Yeah.
materials to build them. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the
What are
exact
you
two
talking
companies.
You can't
Wait,
just
yeah, what are
buy
you talking
all
about,
the
Keith?
materials.
Hi, Steve.
Like
You
they
haven't said
bought
very
some.
many words.
Like they bought big, large portions of materials so that like there's not enough out there. People are having. It's kind of like an oil scare.
Becoming a shortage. Is that what
I'm
you're
so
saying?
Yeah.
confused with what you're saying.
Basically, there's a
Saying
material shortage.
materials to build the cards.
There's plenty of
What are
materials
you
to
talking
build
about?
the
We
cards.
live on
That
planet
are-
Earth. We have
There's
so
not,
many
there's not
materials.
rare. I mean,
What are you talking
aside
about?
from gold,
The gold. There's gold in a
Silicon's
couple
not
other
exactly hard to make. but
silicone and other parts for the really advanced
Nobody
cards.
buy up all the.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't
You'd
know
have to
shit
look
about
into it.
economics
You'd have
or
to
the way
look
the
into
market
it.
works. I can't talk
Basically,
to that.
they're all bought out by Bitcoin farmers before they hit the.
But
We'll
if
see.
you go
before they hit the
to,
shelves.
no, I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if I want everybody to know.
All right,
about this
then.
little secret.
Next.
What other games have you guys been playing recently?
So
Like
that's why
anything
I
new?
wanted to go back to PUBG, and I bought it. So I was playing on the computer,
We're all over the place.
and I found. So Kyle says we suck. My main problem is, as Kyle says,
I definitely suck.
Kyle says it gets your heart pumping and you get shaky.
So,
he
yeah,
says.
this is
Oh,
what
you guys
this
get
is
the
feeling like-
adrenaline where you can't aim.
That's yeah.
Okay,
This,
so I'm gonna say something on this.
I'm good under pressure like
do you not
that.
get it?
I am left-handed,
Oh.
and so
Nice.
I use a mouse with my right hand because there's no other way. There's left-handed mouse. Some people, whatever, this is
Trackball.
bullshit. Some things you just have to do with your right hand or
Forgot
whatever.
about that.
So I'm fairly accurate with the mouse, no problem. But being left-handed, I'm sure I'm not as accurate as a lot of people. That's why I enjoy like slower, casual games on the PC. But because of that, when you get in those situations where you get the adrenaline, your muscle tenses up. It's not that I'm shaking too much to aim. It's that I can't get the accurate right spot.
You like
That makes
overcorrect
sense.
for certain
That
things.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but
Your
so
fine detail is in your left hand. That's
That
where
I do have to say,
yeah,
that's
and
why I
a
like-
lot of it is practice as well because I haven't played a lot of first person games on the computer.
Eventually.
So I mean, after several rounds, I'm able to aim. Our last couple rounds, I get several kills, couple kills, and then we die.
I
But,
also explain
it's
why my
a-
dad doesn't like competitive games.
but I put on my my Xbox One controller playing PUBG on the PC, and the second I see someone, I'm on top of them.
Wait,
Really?
why'd you do that? So that
Yeah.
Is it good?
was
So
that not when we
the-
were playing together?
No, I wasn't. I was using mouse and keyboard, but I was doing solo the other day, and as soon as I saw someone, I could get my crosshairs
Well, just
on.
because you've played so much first-person shooter. On
And I mean,
it's
we
really
have
muscle memory. It comes
muscle
down to
memory with the
memory.
controller, and PUBG does it fairly well to the point where you can adjust exactly how sensitive it is for each scope that you have.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're, if
And
you're one of
the
those-
main thing that slows me down in that game is just inventory management.
Oh, really?
With the
Yeah.
controller. Once
See-
you get used to it, you can. But I was having so much problems with the PC as well. Every time I go to drag something,
He
it
kept
wouldn't
saying
pick
that.
it up. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Can't you like
Yeah.
switch between it, like be using the controller and then go to the mouse real quick
Why?
and
You
drag things
can. I was
over and then
thinking
go back
about
to
doing
the-
that
But
because my
yeah,
mouse
then
is
you're
right
gonna get
there.
the
But
point
if you're
where-
like doing it for
Yeah, it would go.
attachments, it would be quicker because
True.
attachments are weird on the console.
See,
Or on the console or
on the
PC, you mean?
controller.
Well, yeah, when you're using the controller, because it'll like when you go to pick something up off the ground, it will completely bypass putting it into your inventory and ask you what gun you want to put it on.
That's
Sometimes.
weird.
Well, yeah, that's how
Only
it does.
for
That's
some,
how it does on the
some
console.
attachments, though. It's weird.
I actually have a question for like everybody, including the audience.
Okay.
How many people one hand their keyboard? Like they just use it one hand on their keyboard and their hand is on their
I know
mouse.
at least one person. Wait, what? Under what?
One hand their keyboard.
One hand on the mouse, one hand on the keyboard.
I mean,
What are you
That's
talking
how
about? That's how
everybody
everybody
That's
does
how
does
you
it.
play games
That's
on the
90.
computer.
What are
That's
you talking
probably
about?
99% of the PC.
What?
hands
So, like,
on
how
the
did you
keyboard.
do that with two hands on the keyboard or two
What do
hands
you-
on the mouse?
Well,
how
because
did
like
you do that?
I just I don't know. I guess it's just
It's
some
called
weird
endless
people.
online. Two hands on the keyboard.
Oh my god,
like
that's
fucking-
right. It
That's
has the
old
most
like
annoying
DOS-box games
scheme.
where the,
I-
the
The
mouse
only
wasn't
reason
used
is
to
you
play
moved
games.
with the arrow keys. When
You
you
aim
go
with
back
the
to
arrow
moving
keys
with the
and
arrow
It's like
keys,
that, I do. That's what
That's
I do.
we need to.
but-
That's what we need to get into.
I just
yo.
heard a lot
We
of
need to-
people-
we need to just find the games where you move with the arrow keys. And you just two hands on the keyboard and just only play those.
dude, beyond.
Old DOS-box
Does
games.
people?
Beyond
I just hear
Slash.
people. People mention that to me all the time.
You have no mouse, Kyle.
Did you? Is that my mouse for real? Are you fucking kidding? you don't even need.
I stole Kyle's mouse to play Path of Exile while they were playing Magic the Gathering. And he's over here looking for his mouse. Is that my mouse for real?
God,
He found it.
So it's kind of funny that you were talking about like your hand freaking out when you play PUBG.
The
and
shake,
stuff.
Not freaking
But
out.
yeah, but
just
it's not very
being able to-
accurate.
yeah.
You get green
Like,
fingers.
that's
in
what
that
happens.
situation.
Like when you
Green
get
fingers is
your
good.
blood pumping, you really like tend to overcompensate. For
I think
shots
to
and
me
things
it's
like that.
it's your muscles tensing up.
Probably
Not
specifically for the
necessarily
mouse
shaking,
too.
just the muscles tensing up so I can't.
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe it's
that's-
different.
That's one
So-
thing
and
for.
hold
I
on.
think
But
that's one thing where a lot of just playing the game a bunch.
yeah,
Yeah.
You get rid of that.
Like
You
I
get
said,
it used
after
for
several
me.
rounds.
For me, I get shot at, and I'm not like, oh shit. I'm like immediately turn, spot
So-
the person, aim dead on, and shoot back.
So that's the thing. This is what I love about this game the most. This is what I like about EVE Online too. It takes a little while for the action to actually start happening, but when it does, it kind of fucking hits you, and your blood starts pumping. And what I mean by the shakes is like you're just like trying really quick to get to the motion, right? You're trying to
Yeah.
do everything that you think you know how to do, and it's just not quite locked in yet. And it's not for a little while once you kind of get comfortable with the pressure, and then you go where Steve is saying, where you're able to, instead of freaking out, you're just like you're looking for him
Boom,
immediately.
yeah.
You're listening to from where it's coming from. You're trying to figure out where he is. Yeah, absolutely.
And-
That's the most fun in that game for me.
I will
What
say
is fun?
another reason. There are actually multiple reasons that I plugged in the Xbox controller. Another one is, I don't have a huge mouse pad, and it sits on the couch next to me, so, that also hinders me from being completely accurate.
You don't have an
that's
actual
that's
desk.
one problem I have.
And just the way my arm sits sometimes.
It's not very good posture.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I'm not able to get a full swing whenever I need to.
So exactly, and I kind of use like a trackball mouse. Unfortunately,
yeah, you do. That's weird.
So
Can you
I don't
play
even know how
PUBG with that?
I don't know how the hell I'm able to play Overwatch or PUBG with a freaking trackball mouse. I have
So-
no clue, but
We'll
I
record
whoop
it.
ass with Tracer.
Overwatch makes sense, except for with Tracer.
Overwatch is
makes sense
easier
because
than-
I can't say because
you don't
not-
need a pinpoint twitch accuracy. Right?
Oh, you know.
Depending on who you are using, Tracer a little bit, yeah.
Well, I like that though. I like the flick. Like Keith was saying on a couple episodes ago, the flick on the trackball is amazing when you actually start getting used to it. Like when I play Widow or something like that, or May on the freaking with the trackball, I just destroy.
It's
I just want a
fun.
better mouse
I love
already.
May.
Pay
Well, I feel
attention-
like May's projectile is the size of a small arm. An arm. I don't know. It's fucking kind of big. It's like Hanzo.
Just
There's
icicle
also a couple
arm.
other things with trackballs. Your model and you look at the red ball and it has different designs. Like you think that they're all symmetrical, the dots are all the same. No, they line up differently. Some of them are different shapes.
Here's a question.
Sizes, there's
Particularly in
different
PUBG, one thing I learned right when I started playing it on the PC is that you have to compensate for the recoil with the mouse.
That
drag
is
down.
so
How
hard on the
does that work?
trackball.
I
Okay.
imagine
That is
that's
impossible.
Like, you're like,
You're like
moving your thumb and your
trying to
finger.
roll it downwards. Like no.
So how are you playing it on the trackball? Because anytime you fire a
Okay,
gun, an automatic gun, that gun's going up in the air.
So now that you told me that you can play with the Xbox One controller on the PC, that's what I'm planning on doing with PUBG.
That
honestly.
was another thing is, again with my limited room, small mouse pad, awkward angle and stuff, I can't move my
can't do
arm
that pull
down to
down.
compensate. Yeah.
So
Why don't you have a desk or something? I just don't
I watched
understand that.
Limited space, man. Limited space.
Your fucking house is in a different arrangement every time I come
Hey,
over.
I love the giant curved TV. I would play PUBG on that thing.
So I watch like Shroud and like the top players play PUBG.
Do you watch a lot of Josh OG? That's my favorite.
I don't really like Josh.
Why not?
I don't know. I
He's
just
just
don't
like
like his
a
stream.
chill ass
Yeah.
stoner, man.
But,
But man, it's cool positivity, bro.
But watching like stuff like that and like people like Jack Frags who is like on professional CS:GO teams and stuff, sometimes they'll do mouse cam as they're playing. And I saw one where Shroud had his camera angled so you could see his arm. He was using I think it's like the MK14, which is like a semi-auto sniper in that game, but it has full auto, but it has like one of the highest kicks of any gun. And on full auto, like if you hold the trigger and like the 10 bullets it has in the thing, you'll go straight up to
Yeah,
where you can't look up anymore. I saw him kill a guy full auto from far enough away to where I had to keep it like pinpoint accurate, and he nailed every shot. But
just, like, went.
he literally takes his mouse and just yanks it off of his desk, and he's got a mouse pad that's
as
the
he
side
shoots.
of this corner of his desk. He literally just yanks the mouse pad or the mouse off of his desk.
he just yanks it off.
And a thing I've heard a lot professionals have, they have really low sensitivity.
Thank you.
And doing flick shots, they move their entire arm, and then really precise stuff is they use their wrist. So if they're like trying to do like a 360, they just move their mouse across.
And
I
the entire
imagine,
mouse
I
curve,
imagine
yeah.
there has a lot to do with posture, like how high you sit and like how the angle to fucking you have
Yeah.
your hand down on it, right? I wonder what the best.
I would do a sitting.
Like,
I
would
I
you-
would desk
Being able
or
to move
Body
like,
build,
more like
like,
45 degrees.
pivot
Your
on
body
their
build is
elbow,
gonna
I
have
think
a
is
lot
the best,
to-
where it's most accurate for people.
Do they have their elbow down?
I don't
You think?
know. I think
See,
so.
there's
A lot of
just
time.
so many factors.
I would
Yeah,
like a
absolutely.
standing desk,
Like
honestly.
I'm since I've grown more flesh around
Oh,
my
he's
body.
grown.
He's
Oh,
got
look-
buff, yeah.
look at
Well,
these
it's-
legs.
It is harder
That's
to move
being
in certain
generous.
ways. Like,
Bodybuilder Keith.
Got some big old
Okay.
pecs there.
okay.
Sorry.
Keith gives up.
Oh,
So let's talk about the game in general a little bit. I do have a problem a lot of times is, I do like 3 matches straight up where what it would end up being is the circle will close in and all I am is in a position where I have to run through freaking open fields and I just get shot from nowhere that I can
Yep,
see.
and
I
then
can't
it's
tell where
done,
it-
and you're like,
And
yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do about that? What is?
Well, so that comes to learning the maps, right, and just being able to predict where people will come from. Really?
Learning, the biggest thing I've noticed which really helps you win games in solo, you have to pay attention to where the plane went. Because
where are all the
90% of the people, they're going to drop real close along the line of the plane.
So
when
they could just drop really
when
quick.
there's 30 people left, I assume half of them have been in one building the entire game. So I'm like, I'm not going anywhere near buildings that were on the path of the plane, because I assume they dropped, picked up a gun, and stayed in that building the whole game.
Oh, them
and
people.
that's how I win. I'll just pay attention to where the circle is, where the path of the plane is. If the circle's
That's
way
how you
far
win,
away from
you
the path of the
avoid people.
plane...
I want to go hard
Well,
on people.
Well,
no.
so
Sometimes I'm
if
really aggressive.
If the circle's on the path of away from the path of the plane, you can just watch where the path is and then just pick the people off when they're coming into the circle, right?
Or basically, yeah, or know
that
that
depends on so many things, unfortunately.
if the circle's
It's
real
a
far
feeling.
away
Well,
from
yeah, every game.
100 variables.
I mean,
It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's
The
just
biggest
in
variable,
the moment.
biggest variable when what weapon you get right off the bat.
No,
Because if
not
you
at all.
don't
No,
get a
no,
weapon,
Keith,
Because
you
you can
haven't
drop
played this
completely
game,
by
so-
you can drop
well,
completely
you
by
can't
yourself.
you can't be aggressive with a
do
shitty gun.
Yes, you absolutely can, and sometimes that's your best bet.
Yeah.
When you
Seriously.
drop down and you get nothing but an Uzi and a shotgun,
Oh,
you are gonna
Uzi
go
is my
hunting.
best friend. Yeah,
You're
That's
gonna
not
go
shitty.
hunting.
No, I'm
The
talking
only
about
time you use
pistol.
shotgun
Like, you
is
get a
at the beginning of
pistol.
the
What are you gonna do with
Dude,
pistol?
Immediately
Like,
go
you
hunting,
want to
kill
know.
them before they get something better
exactly.
than you.
You find a pistol, you find the first head that you can shoot at, and you put bullets in
See,
that.
for me,
motherfucker.
if I drop
Absolutely.
down, I find a level 3 vest, a level 2 backpack, an M4, and a sniper. I go hide in the bushes.
yeah,
I'm
that's where
like,
you're like,
y'all
all
can
right,
fuck off. I'm saving
I'm
this till the
set.
last 10
I don't
so I
need
can
to
kill
kill
everybody
people.
and
I'm
win.
good.
See, me, I get an Uzi and a shotgun. I'm set. I'm staying.
Good luck.
Man, I like to get an ump because you can get 9mm ammo
The,
everywhere.
Oh,
the
the
ump
ump
is
is so
great
good.
too. The ump is great. It's a great gun. But anyways, to get back to what you were saying about like I just get shot from nowhere. Yeah, that really comes down to just being aware of where people will be coming from. You can look at the building structures.
Now, see,
That's
my
a
issue with
PC
that
thing, too.
is knowing
Way
where
more accuracy on PC, so people get
not knowing where
from further
people are
away.
going to be. It's just a matter of telling where a shot came from.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
they're like,
It's easy when you're not the one getting shot, but when you get shot, it seems like the sound is all around you.
Well, here's the
And that's
thing.
annoying.
I've watched a lot of videos on how to get better at that game. You hear the original pop in the distance, that's the only thing you want to listen for. Never listen for the bullet cracks if they whiz past your head, because that's not directional. Even if it goes past your left, you'll still hear it on the right. And stuff like that. You only want to listen to the original pops.
huh,
Well,
okay.
still,
The original pops are
to
always
me-
directional, no
To
matter
me,
what gun
I
it is.
think that there should be some sort of indicator when you get hit with a bullet
I agree with that.
to where that's come from. If you
You-
tell
there
me in real
is.
life, if
The
you
blood
get hit
co-
with a bullet, you don't know where that bullet came from?
There,
Yeah,
in
there
the
is a
moment,
little bit. The
under
blood,
the
the
adrenaline,
blood
I don't
always
really
comes
think
out
so.
of right where the bullet hit. So if blood pops out of your back, if you're in third person, then you know it
Okay,
hits you in the
I
back.
get you.
Yeah.
Third
There's-
person.
there
I don't
is
play
an
in third
indicator.
person though.
Sometimes it has its
so much
perks.
better.
I don't play in third person because
I
I
feel like
can't
third person's
stand
so
the
much
looking
funner.
around the corner
I
at
don't-
people just camping, watching you around the corner.
I
I'm
don't
like,
quite understand it, but if you watch some streamers, you will notice that when they hear shots go off, they just always know exactly
Dude,
where
that's
to
what
look.
I'm saying.
And there's absolutely a way to determine the direction from where you're hearing it.
I think it has a lot to do with your headphones as well.
Oh
Peripherals.
yes, you need
Yeah.
to, and it's one of those games where you can't really turn it down. You want to have it up because
Yeah.
you need to hear footsteps, you need to hear shots, you need to
Everything.
hear vehicles in the distance.
Yeah, you can't be distracted on the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if
Keith
you're-
has seen how focused and like into that game I
Josh, the
get.
house is on fire. Top 10.
Yeah. I want my damn chicken dinner tonight, boys. Let's get this.
I mean,
I've had very
I got like 8th place yesterday.
in a solo.
I won
Yeah.
a lot of solos.
That's
That's
fun.
it. I won very
So
little
when I play solo, I
non-solos.
only drop hot, and if I make it out of that, then fine.
Really? I'm the opposite way. When I play solo, I'm super
Yeah.
like safe. But
See, the
any
problem-
other time, I'm like, let's get in there. And
Well,
just
yeah,
murder
well, that's the
everyone.
advantages of squad too, because they have
You
they have
can.
3 other people usually that they can shoot at, so you can help get a bearing on what's going on.
No, for
And
me,
you
I'm
get
always the
revived.
first. I'm always the first one to get kills and the first one to die.
I feel like that, except for I'm always the first one to die.
I'm playing with my friends, I always end with the most kills, but I'm always
You
dead
died
before
first.
the end. Yeah,
Not with me.
because my teammates, the people I play with on the Xbox, they're not aggressive enough. I'm like, we're getting shot from the hill, so I'm like, immediately, without even saying anything to them, I flank around and rush the hill.
I don't understand why you want to play it on the Xbox so much. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Steve, I think you should get an Xbox One S controller and just you can use the cord. So Just plug in your controller on the PC.
Come play some PC.
No, I'm gonna
It's
play
basically
PC.
the
I'm
same
better
thing.
with
Okay.
the keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, are you?
No, that's what I'm saying. If you guys want, we can play tonight. You don't go to sleep for a while.
Fuck yeah, I'm down.
I don't have my
work.
computer
I
tonight.
was gonna
Yeah,
say
I know,
Josh doesn't
but-
have it.
But
We
you
can
guys
play.
can.
The three of
I can
us.
play on the weekdays, but
You can play on
Next Friday?
You
No.
gotta bring your computer to Keith's. What's wrong with
Every time.
When are you going back home?
We have to watch out with
Sunday.
that because
Huh?
Sunday,
there's-
but-
nah. Rather talk about that
Down
later.
here for the
Yeah.
game.
you? Okay. Anyway, so
That's a
let's
lot of-
move on to a different game. Anybody else got?
I've been. something cool came out.
What?
I got a little something. Just it's a little short something. The
A little short something.
I bought
The
Rainbow
famous-
Six Siege on the
Nice.
Xbox a long time ago,
Uh-huh.
and they just came out with
Rainbow Six Siege.
yeah, the new Rainbow Six.
Yeah, the one where people will be jamming on it.
That looks really fun.
Yeah,
So many
You
people.
can play it with the home Xbox thing with me.
That's
Because
the one
they
where-
added a zombie mode. It's a
Ah.
3-person. It's like Left 4
Oh,
Dead,
yeah, I
yo.
saw that.
It's super good. It's so good.
With that game,
Yeah,
I
because with
can
the
see it.
controls and
I'll
stuff,
play.
and like
I know
the
play, but
the breaching and stuff, and like the physics for breaking
That game's
stuff, like zombies will just beat down every
Yeah.
wall and come at you, and you gotta like
I
reinforce
can
walls
see
and
with
stuff.
that game it would be pretty.
It's
I've
pretty
never played
awesome.
it.
That game looks really fun, but not cool enough to. I'm just not that big of an FPS fan. The only one that I'm willing to play is PUBG. And
To
I guess
me,
you can
I
call
don't know,
Overwatch
Overwatch.
FPS. Yeah.
See, those are
It's
a little
different, it's
more
different.
intense. I'm starting to dig like search and destroy type things.
Like you dead, you
One
dead.
life. Yeah.
That's
idiot.
definitely
You dead.
Rainbow Six. Oh yeah, just kind of hardcore. That's fucking Eve, dude. Eve. That's what.
No, that's
Dude.
PUBG right there. You dead, you dead.
You're dead. You're dead,
shot
bro.
in the ass and you
Get
start
outta
freaking
here.
out.
Kyle's
You know,
Eve is the top dog in that because you die, you lose 2 years of work.
That's not true. That's not true necessarily, but I mean there are definitely things that die.
You're
That
saying you don't lose a lot of time if you lose a
not
big
a
old
lot of
ship.
time. No, you get to a point where you learn that you can fly things cheap enough that you can replace them multiple times over within a couple hours easily, no problem.
Oh man.
so
But I of course do fly some really expensive things at the same time though too. But I usually only fly those in fleets where I know I have a bit of safety, I have a support net. Maybe I'll lose it, but likely not.
I
So-
came over. Sorry.
my bad. I mean, I'm cutting you guys off because I'm kind of like shifting the
Back to
subject.
Nintendo.
Or if before you shift,
Yeah, go for
the
it.
other day I came over and Kyle was showing me his awesome ships on Eve, and I said, you better take that badass ship out right now and go find a fight. You won't.
I couldn't
he's
find
like,
a
oh
fight."
man, I better not lose this ship.
Yeah, it's true. I took out one of my more expensive ships, probably my most expensive ship right now. And I didn't even find a fight. Though. I was too
Ha.
close to home. It takes you have to
He
put
found
a bit
one
work in.
dude, but the dude booked it as soon as he noticed him.
Well, yeah, because he was little, and I would.
He's like, oh, I'm
I would
faster.
hate that.
I would never be able to
He's
catch
like
that guy
in
unless
some-
he wasn't paying attention.
Dude was in like a Klingon ass ship, fucking Kyle's Klingon ship.
It was
like
called
badass Klingon destroyer.
It was a Legion. Hello.
Hello. Okay. Josh.
So they announced a new character for Overwatch recently.
Oh, yeah,
Bridget.
that shield.
Or
Yeah.
Brigida
Bridget.
is her name.
Brigida.
Nah, it's Bridget. Fuck
What the
that.
fuck? It looks like
Brigida.
Bridget to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I thought it
Bridget.
was.
I'm
But
not
it's
like-
Brigida.
They changed it at some point.
Apparently.
I heard.
Nah,
But
it's Bridget.
Brigida, I mean, that's what they call it. That's
Freaking
Brigida.
We're gonna
Brigida,
call her
officially.
Macy Shield bitch.
But
And
apparently she
AA-Rod.
has like
The
an
fucked up
extended
AA-Rod.
mace.
Balake.
Dude, it
Balake.
is
Joe
the
Ash? What up, Joe Ash?
Crusader.
Dead skin. Sorry.
It is the Crusader from Diablo that was
Basically,
put in
yeah.
Heroes of the Storm. is
No,
what
it's
it
an
is.
Really?
exact copy of a character from Paladins, which Paladins, if you don't know what it is an exact copy of Overwatch.
Supposedly.
Made by Iris.
It's so blatantly this.
It's so bad, too.
I can't believe that game even is allowed to exist. I'm just wow.
It's free.
I was-
Paladins came out before, technically.
No,
it didn't.
Yeah.
No, it
There's
didn't.
no
No, it-
fucking way
no, it
that
didn't.
game is not.
Yes,
Because
it
the
did.
earliest possible beta you could get in if you were in the preview program, level 3 or above on Xbox, which I am, then you can play Paladins when it very first came out for free. Very first. A couple
I don't-
years, like a year and a half after Overwatch came out.
It is the
No,
most
no, no.
blatant ripoff of a game I've ever seen.
There's
All
another
the
game
characters-
that
not the game
less-
mode in particular, though, right?
less-
The game mode is not exactly the same as it. It's a little closer to MOBA than
Yeah.
it is.
Kinda.
Actually, the mode I played in the beta was like pushing the payload.
well,
Kinda, but it's
Push your
yeah.
payload.
wait, so you haven't played it since Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, not
Basically?
not in a while.
Oh.
It's terrible.
You ever seen that show?
Yeah, 'cause it was terrible.
No. That looks terrible too.
So,
Speaking of shows,
Gita, she is a new. She's a support character. But
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's seen as like a tanky support character.
I was
Like,
gonna say, did you not see the little teaser thing? All she did was go and defend a person. I'm pretty sure she
defended Reinhardt.
She
yeah.
has a little shield. Apparently, she can use that shield to jump shit.
Yeah, so she has the shield, and it has a shield bash, and if you jump as soon as you shield bash on a like an angle,
It's like a shield
Man,
charge
you can,
or a shield.
yeah, it's like a
bash?
shield charge, and if you actually hit somebody with it, it stuns them.
My freaking
So it's really good for like flankers, like Tracer or Genji, because you can just catch them with the with the shield charge, and then they're
bug.
done. Nah, it's easier than you think it is. But and she also has a healing ability. She gives armor to units as
Get
her,
your armor.
armor here.
as your ultimate, and
That's my
as she
And she's
swings,
awesome.
if
I
she
only
deals
play
damage,
Torbjorn.
she gives like a healing. She heals the people around her. So she's a
She's
good
a melee
support.
support.
Yeah, she's a melee,
Melee
support.
support.
It's really cool. She's good for like defending the other healer that you have on your team, the main.
friggin' shield people, man.
I love it.
Like
I'm happy.
my
Brad's just
PoE
mad about his
character.
BOP
My
build.
PoE character is Captain America. He just throws a shield.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's sick. I mean, I think the skill looks cool. as
It
shit,
is. It
though.
does look cool. I
looks
mean, it's
cool.
fun to play.
The
I'm,
animation is.
oh, I got a
my
good
build
character in
isn't
the
that
game I
bad.
play.
It's
Huh.
super good.
Achilles came out in Smite finally.
Oh boy, what's he do?
He's actually pretty cool.
He dies when you hit him in the heel.
No, actually, he's got this really cool thing where his ult, he can execute anybody below 30% health.
Nice.
But if
Like
he
foam
executes
out.
somebody, instant cooldown, he can use his ult again. So you can chain to kill the entire other
Oh,
team.
that's
But they all have to be 30
neat.
below.
But
right?
yeah, every time they're 30 below. But every time he gets a kill,
30 below
his
zero.
he shows a part of they say it as he shows a part of his heal, his weakness. So he takes extra damage. He takes an extra 10% damage every time he executes someone. If he's doing it in a chain. So if he's on the fourth, if he's like executed 4 people, he's taking an extra 40% damage. So
Does
that last
he
person is
keep
going
that
to be.
until he dies?
No. Just in the execute chain, and it lasts
Okay.
as long as because it's like you have 8 seconds in between every time to use the ult for free with like no mana, no cooldown or anything.
Ah.
But
Sick.
those characters that can execute are the best for getting like multi kills.
So you just need
So
your homeboys to be really good at getting them to 30%.
there's
and then
a
moving on to
there's
the
a
next
game
one.
mode called Assault where
I'm
you
good for
can't go back
that
to the
kind of
well to
sport.
heal. It's like a
Oh
single.
god, good.
It's a single lane, like one push, like 5v5. You can't go back to the well to heal.
So
eventually
it's all team fights.
Yeah, it's nothing but team fights with like one lane, and everybody always gets worn down,
Is
and
it
then
like
they die and they come back
So
with full health.
brawl mode in Heroes of the Storm that has been out for a year.
well, yeah, it's also in,
Smite's- that
it's
game
also,
mode's been out in Smite for 3 years.
It's also in
Whoa!
Vainglory.
but
But-
it's in a lot of MOBAs.
It's in
but
League of Legends.
I'm sure, yeah, it's just
Hey,
basic
man,
MOBA
yeah.
stuff.
No,
but-
Heroes of the Storm has a game mode called Brawl, which is focused around team fights, but they change them up.
is there like creeps in the
Every
lanes
season.
and stuff like that, or is it just?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think there is creeps.
Oh, I don't
Some of
know.
them there are. There was this weird one that was like a horseshoe shape, and you had to like.
That's weird.
It was
Yeah.
Overwatch themed, so you had to push
Nice.
the vehicle
Payload.
or whatever.
Hmm.
That's cool.
I haven't played MOBAs.
Dude,
I love it.
me and my friends have gotten back into Smite.
Well, okay, is
good,
Smite
man.
worth playing? Like, because I don't have Paragon anymore, so
Yeah.
like I need
Yeah,
my
no,
MOBA.
you should check it out.
It's
It's
gone.
it's really
Not
fun.
yet a month, but it might as well be gone. Like
no one's
seriously.
playing anymore. Huh?
Well, they made the loot crate keys like one reputation, which is just like the basic currency.
So you get everything
So yeah,
before it
you
goes
can get
bye-bye.
like every skin for playing like 30
That's
matches.
because they're focusing
Yeah.
on Fortnite, huh?
Well, yeah, that's
Ugh.
why they're ending Paragon. It's because Fortnite succeeded and Paragon didn't.
Dude, I've
Yeah.
been playing.
Makes
I've
me so
actually
upset.
been playing Fortnite.
So
Playing
upset.
Battle Royale.
I don't want to play
I'm not
that
play-
Looney Tunes game.
Ugh, it hurts your eyes.
I've
dude.
been
It hurts your
watching.
damn
I can't
eyes.
stand that.
It
I'm staying away
does.
from the Epic until they bring. They're gonna bring fucking
What were you
this
watching?
game back and
You think so?
Hopefully.
because they're gonna be
I don't
they're
think
gonna have
it's
so many
gonna
disappointed
happen.
people.
I don't think it's gonna happen,
no.
but I can
Fortnite's too
hope.
popular.
I can
they don't
hope
need anything
with
else. They're getting
all
millions
of
of
my
dollars
heart
for
that they
Fortnite.
bring back Paragon, but I don't think it's actually gonna happen.
It's most likely costing them money in as far as developers
Yeah.
to keep it running.
Honestly-
and server costs.
honestly, 30,000 people signed a petition to bring back Paragon, and people were saying,
Yeah, but like
No,
that
that's
isn't
not
shit.
enough.
Well,
Shit.
my
Yeah.
point is,
That
if
just
they,
means that
if
there's
they were to
interest.
put like a $5 cost on the game,
30,000 ain't shit.
I mean, that's like
Not
The-
shit. That is a vocal minority.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
that's not a lot compared to how many people are playing.
Yeah,
exactly
video
though.
games.
If you had millions, perhaps, maybe even 8 million, that might be a number worth
Well,
noting.
it was either 30,000 or 300,000.
I would
but,
agree with 500,000, but
but
30,000?
I think it said like
That's
if
niche.
if it put like a I think it was 300,000. Now that I think about it, it was one of the two. But they were saying if they put like a $5 thing on it, that they'd be able to make like 1.5 mil. So I guess it was 300,000. But
I mean, ultimately, they're a business, and they have their best. they
yeah,
have their
but
best interest
whatever.
in mind.
Epic will do what they want to do.
Yeah.
I'm upset that Paragon's gone, but it is what it is.
It's because of Fortnite.
It
Fortnite's
is.
too popular. They're making way too much money off
Dude,
it. They have no.
They
reason-
literally.
It is Fortnite's more popular than PUBG now, which is terrible.
There's
It's
no
a terrible
way
game.
Okay, no. Hold on. There's a difference. Fortnite is free, right?
But they
Obviously, more people are gonna play that.
Exactly,
That's
that's the exact
just
thing.
the logic behind
But there's
it.
microtransactions.
Doesn't make
in
it better.
Well,
So that-
and-
no, I'm not saying it's better.
Doesn't make
I
it
hate
better.
it.
Doesn't make it any good.
Can
It's
you
bad.
play first person Fortnite?
No.
Exactly.
But
Ain't
it's-
touching it.
But it's more than just
First
that, though,
person
because
ever.
they also have the PvE, which costs money. So it's like, hey, you can get really into this free
Yeah,
game that has this paid thing that you could play. That's
And I
really
hope
fun.
there are-
PvP is better than the PvE.
And I
People
hope
still
they-
buy
I
it.
beg to differ because, in my opinion, the fact that you can build shit in the PvP is that you can build
yeah.
anything at any time, right? There's basically no limit. If you have the material, you can build it, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Besides traps, there's like
I don't
traps
like
and
that.
jump pads
I
and
don't
stuff
like how
that you
you
have
can.
to find.
I don't
so.
like how you can run away and put up fucking walls behind.
I know. I
you.
agree. I've been playing it a lot lately, and that's the
if
worst
it
part
wasn't
about
for
it.
that, I think it would be a great game. Maybe limited building or.
I mean, but on the other hand, like, that was a problem that Brad was saying and that I've had with PUBG is where I'm just, like, running through an open field and then I get shot at and then I just
Awareness.
have no cover or
It's-
whatever.
It sucks. The game
But
is, it
then
just
you could just build a
takes
wall
a
in
little-
Fortnite and then ta-da, you have cover.
That's
like,
dumb.
that's what it is.
That's what I
It's
like.
what it is, though.
I don't know. I've been playing a lot.
Yeah.
The only fun thing is they've got special game modes. Like there was 20 person teams is what's going on this week.
We're talking
Fortnite, yeah.
Fortnite?
Really?
20
So there's
20?
20v20, 5
So-
teams of 20.
It's
Nice.
definitely sillier. And if you like Halo mini games,
Halo.
crazy
Yeah, that's-
shit that-
that's the why
if they
I
did something similar to that, that could be really.
That's
fun.
why I
That
like
would
the
be cool.
20, There was
Oh,
another
we
one
used
which
to
was
get down on some of those Halo games.
What was that one with
Rift
the
Ball.
hammer? Thank you. The Rift Ball was
Rift
so
Ball.
much
Dude,
fun.
the best ones were like the real custom ones, like Mine or Die, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like in the infection game modes and stuff like that. Like the super awesome Mine or Die was the best. If you
Oh!
don't know what that is,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Mine or Die, the Halo 3 game mode where everybody starts out and there's one really slow person. There's a really slow zombie and you have to like using hammers and like your fists and stuff, you have to break through all these obstacles that are like just barely breakable or movable. And you have to go through this giant maze and like break out to get to the guns at the end as this person's slowly coming after you
Inching
guys.
towards you in a
Trying to
maze.
kill you.
Oh,
That was
I
the
remember
best
that.
game mode. Oh
Dude,
my god.
infected based games were fun.
Have you guys seen some of the
Yeah.
custom game modes on 5? The like the
No.
building tools on that are crazy. Like people have made like actual like wave based like zombie modes and
On
stuff.
what
where, like,
again?
So,
on
like Firefight?
Halo 3, myself, Kyle, and Chad sat there for like
Chaz.
12 hours one day and just made this awesome level with like catwalks and
We've done
cool
some
stuff.
cool
It was
shit.
cool, man.
It was fun to build those.
It was
and
in
then
the
go fight in
the
them.
Forge.
Yeah,
the Forge.
They had Forge and 3,
Yeah, the
4.
Forge
And it was,
are
I mean, it was
crazy
based
now.
around infected, so we had some sweet like weapon location shit like that. It was just a cool.
That was just fun to do.
We could totally see that level in the actual base game of multiplayer Halo.
Sure, yeah.
That was one of the
Because
best parts
we do-
about Halo. I mean, one of the best and worst parts in a way is like
Well.
good for the people that play Halo is like you know where the weapon locations are on the maps.
Oh yeah.
So like you
Yeah.
kind of learn that, and then like when you and all your friends know all the weapon locations, you guys are just battling for the shotgun.
It doesn't matter that much, right? Because any map. It doesn't matter, any map.
I
You're gonna
love
learn
it.
where everything is, right? And that starts fucking from GoldenEye, right? Knowing where the golden gun
Oh yeah,
is.
like
Yeah.
PUBG.
Like
Like
the fuck out your friends with it.
But
I
not
don't-
PUBG.
to know exactly where I am in PUBG, I don't have to look at the map anymore.
Nice.
I can see a building from a distance and know what building that is.
Nice.
Just the main map. I haven't played the desert map.
In either map. Oh.
I haven't played the desert map because I haven't played.
Because I definitely know the first map.
I don't.
I know.
I
it
can't
well.
wait to play that.
I know it
Man,
pretty
we gotta
well.
play that tonight. I want
can't
to play
say-
that desert map, dude.
I can't say that I can tell where I am just by looking around, but I have a general idea, definitely.
I have some PUBG stories from my solo adventures yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So I was like running and I went over to this hill and the sun was perfectly behind me. So as soon as I got to the hill, I look down at the building and I see what looks like a dude standing at the base of the building. So I shoot him. I'm like, "Fuck, that's my shadow." And it was just like, it was like perfect.
Oh,
It
yes.
looked, and I gave away my position. And I'm like, fuck, it was like perfect. Looked like a dude standing there right at the base because the sun was just like perfect. Boom,
Dude.
it's so annoying. And then
Basically every bush.
the other
Yeah,
one,
fuck
the other one,
bushes.
I was rolling good. I had some good guns and everything. Sweet. I'm not too far from the circle. Buggy right there. No one around me. Jump in the buggy. Blasting through town. right when I get into the circle, boom, the next circle pops up. I'm like, shit, I'll just like go around this town right here through these fields and get to the next circle. And I'm going, going, and then shots fired. I'm serpentine, almost make it just before I go over this hill. A shot pops in my tire. I'm like, oh no! So I do a little spin out, but I just got over this dip. So I'm like, oh, so I push it and it gets going again. I'm like, coming up to this mountain. All of a sudden I hear a car behind me. I'm like, oh, he's chasing me down. And I look over my shoulder and there's a van chasing me. So I flip it around and I jump out of the car and I like aim right down at the sights of the guy, but I only got an ump. And he's a little further and he crouches and he gets me with his M4. I'm like, damn.
What you should have done was, how close did he get to you?
He was coming up on me because my tire was popped.
What you should have done is you should have hit brake, then you control 2 to change seat, and on the buggy, that puts you looking right at him. And
Yeah,
you
you're
start
looking
firing
directly
on him.
backwards.
Oh,
That's
that
what
is
you-
such
that's what
a
you
smart
should've-
idea.
that's what you should've
I've done that on the Xbox. We were being chased by a car, like, and maybe it might have been sold. I think it was duos, and my buddy was dead.
He was on the left hand side.
Doesn't matter. It puts you in. The
It puts you
back
on the seat in
and
the
basically
back.
you just turn around. You literally turn all the way around. You're looking backwards now.
Yep, and you can just immediately aim. But yeah, I've done that. And driving in the buggy, someone's behind you. If you're by yourself, just switch seats and shoot at them. What are
Yep.
they going to do? Ram
Yep.
your car? It's not
That's
going
the
to kill
best
you.
thing you can do when people are that close to you. Instead of slowing down, because you have to slow all the way down before you get out.
Yeah, or else you're
Yeah,
just like.
if you switch seats, the car keeps rolling. Like if you're going down a hill and you jump out, the car will just keep going down the hill the whole time. So you can just sit in the back and shoot people while you're rolling down.
That's
I love
awesome.
videos where the guy is crouching by the fucking car
That's
as it's
rolling.
rolling down the hill.
Yeah, and he's like, he's trying to hill. He's like, no, car, don't leave me, don't leave me. And, he's
then
like
it
standing
goes
there and just
back.
gets shot.
No, dude, people use it strategically. Oh, I saw this one. He parked the car right. He knew where the guy was. He was just down the fucking down a hill. It was just like a crevice of a mountain or whatever, some shit. And he lets it roll down. He gets out and he just runs behind it. And as soon as the guy sees the car, he starts shooting at it. Right, because you see a car, you think there's a guy in it, but he's right behind the car. He's got the drop on you. Plow. That was fucking cool. That
Can you
was
imagine
so
how
cool.
hard that would actually be in real life to be driving and like, oh, I'm gonna jump in the back seat here and pop my head
Oh
off.
yeah,
Like, shoot
obviously.
the guy.
Obviously.
Yeah, video
Just
games
like
are
it's a
just-
video
fly
game.
out of the buggy, sit on the back, say, jump
Like
back
a
in the
Mad
steering
Max
wheel.
actually, just jump up.
No,
I
just
don't-
like
I don't
just
disagree
like
with
you're
you.
driving, you're like, all right, I'm gonna let the car just roll, and you're just like climbing through the center, just trying to get to the back seat. You're like, I'm gonna be there in a minute. Car, keep going.
To be fair,
Hits
if you were
tree.
actually in a car, right? Imagine you had your rifle like somewhere that's basically within arm's reach. You could just grab it and turn. So,
Yeah, shoot out your back
like,
window or whatever.
like they don't let you do that in game, but what they do let you do is switch seats real quick.
So I was,
And there's
I was-
always driving with no hands, Ma. No hands.
Yeah.
no, you can't. That's my point. You can't drive
So,
with no hands. That was way fun.
You can with
The,
your knees.
the
In real life, I
PUBG.
can't. I
Oh
drive.
yeah, that'd be sick. You just
I'll
can turn
just
as well.
like slow.
Oh my god, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. What if you could shoot from the driver's seat with a handgun or a SMG, right? Basically what you can shoot from the back of a vehicle
I
with.
think it's just handguns, yeah.
Maybe just handgun, right? But you would have just like limited mobility. You wouldn't be able to turn as sharp. Why couldn't they do that?
I'm just saying that, The ultimate vehicle for that, Teslas will drive themselves instead. So you don't need to. That's the ultimate drive-by vehicle.
You set your destination.
Pull out your gun. Your car will drive itself. You just cap whatever you want.
That's awesome.
Sponsor.
I feel like we're talking way too much about PUBG, but
I don't know.
I was just watching
the
a video about like the roadmap of like updates that are coming out. They're adding a small map that's a fourth of the size of the normal maps.
I heard about that once upon a
just,
time.
Like,
They
just
20 people
fucking
or something
going,
like that.
No, it's
Brawl.
400 people.
No.
Just a brawl, yeah, like super
When I heard about
action
it,
packed.
oh my
But,
god, that's gonna be insane.
In the roadmap, they're gonna add animations to switching seats. So you're not going to be able to just instantly flip to another seat.
That's
There's going to
too
be
bad.
animations.
That's too bad because that is the only thing I can think of
I like
in
that.
PUBG that
too.
is ultra unrealistic.
Yeah, because you just teleport to another seat. It's kind of weird.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. They do a pretty good job though.
Yeah,
they
they're adding,
just
like, other
released an
animations
update with
too,
some
but-
stuff. So
I don't know. I just want the movements in that game to be more fluent.
Apparently,
like, I want
they're
their
redoing all the.
graphics.
That's what the next few updates are going to
Yes!
be. Is all
Thank
all
God.
fluent like
All, like,
animations and stuff like that.
cosmetics.
yeah, they just released some of that.
And we have to remember that this gaming company started from just like a handful of modders who really were into
yeah, but it's
it.
Yeah,
not
they're-
that anymore.
No,
Now
definitely
it's
not.
huge. Now
Definitely
they don't
not.
have any.
The
But they're
lead-
still learning.
The lead guy was a developer for the people who made Arma, and he's the one who made
He was a mod
Battle
maker.
Royale
He was
mod
a game
and-
developer for
and
Arma.
for Arma, yeah.
And he was just a general mod maker. He was really good.
Also, people are saying that he stole the idea from like H1Z1.
You can't say still.
He worked on
Yeah,
that
you
in
can't say
H1Z1.
still.
He was
Oh,
one
he
of the
worked on
developers on that in H1Z1. He made the original mod on Arma. So people are saying he stole ideas. No,
No.
it's his fucking idea.
He was-
He's the one who made the originals.
It's not to say that it was necessarily his idea in particular. It was a compilation.
To, like,
a lot of
modernize it,
people.
though.
Yeah, but
There's
he
so
was the
many
first
variables.
one. He took all of the elements from this idea and he put them in the perfect package, in my opinion.
Made
Yep.
PUBG.
PUBG is it's so
It's
much
good.
better than the rest. Oh, you know what's kind of I said H1Z1. They have a battle royale mode that's just like Twisted Metal, like in cars, and you pick up like
Oh my
power ups and shit.
Fucking god, I love that. I miss Twisted Metal. I wish they
It
would bring
looks
Twisted Metal
it looks
out like
really
that.
bad though.
I
It
want
looks
good
awful.
old sweet
That's the game that
tooth
Keith was
Axel.
playing.
Oh
What,
god.
are we talking about?
Cross out.
Cross out.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's
That's
that?
Twisted Metal.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Keith's
It's like
game
modern
cross
day.
out.
I don't know what that is.
We
We've
talked
talked about it on the
we've
podcast.
talked about it a few times.
Yeah, cross out. I mean, goddamn, now I got saying that cross out instead
Is
of
it cross out? What's it called?
or-
Well, yeah, cross out. It's like you build your own vehicle
Yeah,
in
you-
like a vehicle editor, and you put guns on it and
Now I
stuff.
remember.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
It starts with a engine and a chassis.
Uh-huh.
And you can add chassis parts to make the chassis
And
bigger.
it's pay
and
to
just-
win, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I saw like a $50 pack that
But
gave
it's
you like
free.
an entire unlock set for cars, and
So
we
it's- it was actually kind of funny. My friend at school today, because like, high school. I'm around adolescence.
high school.
Friggin' my friend pulls out his phone and he goes to the internet and he just opens up his tabs and just starts like flying through his tabs and it's just like porno. I'm like, dude, god damn it.
Why would
He's
you not
like,
close your
he's
tabs?
like, dude, look at all these Pornhub tabs I have. I'm like, why are you showing me that? What the fuck?
It's a badge of honor.
Look
Well,
how much
my
porn
tabs.
I watch.
Reminds me of somebody that just visited lately.
Okay,
JJB.
Keith.
Keith.
Keith is bad.
Oh, bite me. You don't like.
Whoa!
They're talking about
I lived,
I'm not like-
I
telling
lived
him to
with
fight
Keith
him.
for a
What's
while.
going on?
It happens. Honestly.
Just close your goddamn tab. And don't,
Yeah,
and
right.
don't look at other people's histories.
Go into
Don't do that.
fucking incognito
But Josh
mode,
Jones,
damn it.
this is what he
There's
does.
some things that you just don't need to
Oh, you
know.
want to see
Exactly.
something
You
nice?
probably didn't want to
You
know.
don't want to know.
This is Josh Jones, though. Oh, you want to see something nice? Look at those titties.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? I like titties. I thought about something really.
It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there.
There's this subreddit that
He's
I like.
fun and
And it
funny.
has the coolest name. It has the coolest name. I have to find it. Hold on.
Oh,
I can't.
No.
I can't remember the name.
Not
of
one of the crazy
Anyway,
subreddits.
unless somebody else wants
Yeah,
to
that's what I was gonna say.
jump on
Anybody
different
got
games.
any-
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that as well.
Move on to our-
I will say I did finally start really playing the story of GTA 5.
Wait, really?
I've seen that.
I
Which
did
is
too.
freaking epic, man.
It's a good
Especially,
Isn't it? How far are you?
Like I
What was
just
the
got
last thing
done
you
with
did?
like the heist that the first two guys
Yup,
do.
I did too. That's
The jewel
exactly where
heist.
I'm at.
And I'm like, holy crap, that was like a
was
Fast
good.
and freaking Furious
Yeah.
movie right
And
there.
then my
And they
freaking
get
motorcycle
crazier.
guy fucking crashed and I lost hella money and I was
That
like,
depends
you
on who you
bitch.
text for
here's
your
the thing.
crew.
bitch.
I figured it out. Well, maybe I didn't figure it out, but this is the way I did it. You pick the guy that's gonna crash. He's gonna crash. Stay behind him.
Pick
you
up the money,
Pick up
right?
the money as you drive.
Yeah, I
if you see
forgot.
crashing,
I
yeah.
forgot.
That's what I did. I picked up the money too. I was
scooped
just
that
driving
shit up.
perfectly. I'm like, yeah, the dude's gonna think Franklin's a badass
So,
now. Hell yeah.
if you thought that was awesome, you're gonna love the rest of the game.
Dude,
So good.
Some of the heists are crazy.
very
Like
last
the ones
one.
with the fucking Juggernaut suits. I don't remember which one that is.
Unfortunately,
Fortune.
there's the 4 or 5 heists online that you can only do online, but they are also really fun. But do you have it on PC?
No.
Xbox.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, you
So
want
heists
to
online
do the
are
last
fun.
part of the last heist with me and Justin because we're tired of waiting for other people.
Have you guys ever done Criminal Mastermind?
yeah,
I
haven't done Criminal Last.
always wanted to do that.
I
It's
watched-
hard. It's hard. So
I've
you have
seen
to
a video
do
of
all
somebody go
4
through all.
heists. You have to do them in order. You cannot die. Nobody can die. You have to use the same people for the entire run, and it takes like at least 5 or 6 hours to do the entire thing.
Crazy.
Jesus Christ,
shit.
it's like a
And
raid.
you got to know like
You
perfectly
can split it up.
everything.
You can split it up, right? But you can't have done anything in between. But if you do that, you get a fat payout.
You get an
Nice.
extra 10 mil,
It's
which is
totally
10
worth
mil.
it.
10 mil is enough to buy anything in that game.
Okay, I will say something I noticed that was
Online.
pretty funny at the beginning. You know, the whole beginning, you know, when they're doing that bank heist or whatever, 9 years before,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they grab the stacks of money and they fill their bags. Did you ever notice the total that they grabbed?
Wasn't it like 520 grand or something like
It was like 190 grand.
Yeah, no, it's
That was it.
it's like
Yeah.
way less.
Well, I never counted.
Oh, like
it.
190 grand, but I never noticed that, you know,
Continuity
the,
error.
the guy that
Continuity. Sorry.
that shoots them with the sniper rifle, that's the FBI agent or whatever.
Yeah, the guy you work with later.
Yeah,
Wait,
and he
what?
goes, yeah, that's the guy, and he what's his name? Trevor's like, oh, someone told on us. He's like, the feds are here. Someone snitched or something like that.
What the heck?
Yeah, and then, you know, next thing they show is Michael's funeral, and that FBI agent is standing right there. So that was planned all from the get.
Shit.
Yeah. I never noticed that until like the third time going through that
You're
little part.
inadvertently spoiling it for yourself.
So it's
Well, no,
You're
because
spoiling
that's
for
the
the
very
game.
beginning.
But you're not supposed to notice that until
No,
it reveals
no,
it later.
that's
really.
not-
You
that's
can
perfectly
notice
fine.
that's the same guy. That's all the same guy.
He's just picked up on that. Big deal if you're not
Yeah.
supposed to notice that, right? I think that's fucking intelligent of him to make that
Exactly.
conclusion already,
But still,
and he's not
you're-
even
you're-
halfway through the game.
Just by making a guess, like what?
and
what
then
would you-
like 3 missions
There's too much
later,
in that
you find
game,
out
though.
that he
They're already
yeah.
giving you all the clues,
He-
so he deduced it much
he
earlier.
faked his
than-
death with an FBI
game would give it
agent.
to you.
That, you
Yeah.
find that out like 2 missions later.
If you're observing them, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? You're just talking
no,
shit.
no,
You
no. There's
need-
more. There's
Shut
more to
up.
that. But you're gonna
It
be
gets
like,
it's a deep, interesting story, and it follows the 3 people. But it's mostly about Michael, for sure. Michael and Trevor. It's fucking great game.
What about
So one thing
Franklin?
that's really funny. Okay, I'm
no,
sorry.
it's all about
Just a
Franklin.
second, but,
Franklin's
like,
the main character.
The bank
about
thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
The bank thing, I'm surprised that
I mean,
I
there's-
didn't catch up on
there's
that,
3
honestly,
main
because, like, I had it for the Xbox 360, and then my disc messed up, so, like,
Uh-huh.
I kept on having to restart the beginning mission, and then it would freeze, so, like, I'm surprised that
I
did
can't
not pick up
remember
on
the
that,
last time I
honestly.
bought a disc game. It's been.
No, I'm not.
Right.
You're getting
Little
frustrated
years.
with it. Yeah, like, come on. We all get frustrated. The disc starts messing up, and you're like, you're not focusing on the disc, the content that you see. You're focusing on why isn't this working?
And-
Why can't I get further?
My stepdad
Gah!
bought it for me, by the way. That was why I got the disc for
What?
the game. My stepdad bought it for me, but, yeah.
It's funny that he said that's such a weird. I've never heard Joe as my stepdad. Everybody just call him Joe.
Well,
Do you
gotta
call him
think,
Dad?
No.
Why am I
Brandon-
Brandon?
My, but my younger
Sorry.
sister's
From Brandon to
But
me-
anyways,
Well,
this is
your
like-
younger sisters are his kids.
Exactly, that's why they call him dad, but I'm like, well, that's his stepdad.
Anyway, okay.
Right.
So, Steve,
Sorry.
hit us off
Cut.
with a game.
All right.
We had a
So-
little GTA spiel there.
Little
It
GTA.
was fun. Little GTA.
Oh, I'm
We talked
sorry.
about, like,
I'm
three
I was
sorry.
playing it
today.
because I was just waiting for Bestiary League.
I'm sorry.
So
I have one thing to say real quick. I beat Horizon
Cool story.
within
Yeah.
this past like couple weeks, and
Oh, yeah.
this story of that game is like way more intense than I was expecting it to be, honestly. Like, the gameplay of the game is kind of repetitive, and it's fun and challenging, but it's, like, it gets stale. But the game's pretty quick, so it doesn't really have much time to get stale. It just kind of plays through it. Anyways, my bad. I just wanted to say that.
So,
But yeah, it does have.
I've just got a list here, and I'm not going to look them up or anything to see any more details because that would take way too long. But these are like actual headlines, and I'm going to leave like the main subject blank, and I want you guys to guess what it was. So we'll start the first one. Is a break-in suspect dresses as blank and steals Chinese food.
A chicken.
Pikachu.
Chicken.
No!
Pikachu.
I want to change my answer. He was totally in one of those inflatable dinosaur costumes, obviously.
I love those things. I'm going to buy one.
That's
Dinosaur,
what I'm
did you
saying,
mean
dude.
Gojira?
One of my friends does have one.
I was
A
thinking...
takeout container.
I
It was like Metal Gear Solid style where he like stands up and he walks a couple
In a
steps.
box.
Exactly, a giant
I was
takeout
thinking
container.
like a traditional like Asian costume, like a samurai or a
So we went
ninja
racist
or a
with it, okay.
karate. I mean, it's a
So
Chinese
the
race.
man was a racist
Yes,
and
You
a
just
thief.
walk in there like you own the place or
A
something.
racist thief.
Keith,
Nice.
what did you say? I don't remember.
Keith, did you say something?
You did.
Pikachu?
Yeah,
right.
I think Keith's definitely the closest.
You'll
It was
never suspect it.
Break-in suspect dresses up as Teletubby. It steals
Nice.
Chinese
What
food. That's pretty.
That was
great.
not a samurai.
I
would take a
I'm not gonna
samurai
guess
to
that
those
one just
fucking
because that
Teletubbies,
hurts my
though.
soul a little bit.
right. The Teletubbies robbing our Chinese food.
Yeah. The Teletubbies
Although-
taking all the fortune cookies.
I would have to say, the person that got
Tinky Winky.
the people that got robbed probably feel a little bit embarrassed that
I
until
got robbed
Yeah.
by- robbed by
Makes me
Tinky
wonder
Winky.
what
Hey, hold on.
Teletubby was it, because that makes a world of difference.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not looking them up. That's gonna take way too long.
For some reason I
Teletubby,
envisioned the pink one. That's all I have to say.
pink Teletubby just pulls out a gun, put the money in the bag.
Right.
It'd be way cooler if he had like a girly voice.
Put the money in the bag, bitch.
Put the money in the bag.
Put the money in my purse.
The purple one.
Tinky Winky has a bag.
What's next?
Tinky Winky ain't playing no games.
Tinky
All right.
What?
A German woman sprays
Sorry.
blank, and it is 2 words.
Is that the only Teletubby name
Before
we remember?
Robin,
is Tinky
there's
Winky?
Poe, Tinky Winky.
Nah, la,
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 la.
can't hear
Why do you know
I
this?
don't- that's
Keith
all I
just
know.
said la la, that is one of them.
No, I said la, 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 can't hear you.
I just remember
There's
Poe and
3
Tinky
laws.
Winky.
Okay.
All right, so German woman sprays blank. It's 2 words before robbing a pharmacy.
Cat piss.
What the shit?
Cat piss.
I don't fucking know.
Good
You
guess.
have cat trauma.
Catfish.
I have to tell you.
Fuck the fucking.
You guys want a cheese?
You sprayed cheese whiz? Is that what you're going for?
With
Oh! I know what you're talking
Cheese
about
and-
now. God damn it.
Jism.
Her mouth.
Happy birthday.
She sprays jism.
Goodness.
Jism? Okay, jism.
Like, you know, like
Cat
sailor.
piss.
Like,
What did
words.
she spray, Keith?
Keith,
What
what
did she
Her
spray?
mouth with words.
Oh
Sprayed-
god,
Dirty,
she
dirty
sprayed her
words.
She
mouth.
said it.
Sprayed
Say it,
verbal
no,
diarrhea.
spray it. Purple diarrhea.
Verbal diarrhea.
Purpled.
What the
I wonder if
Verbal-
she just grabbed the air freshener
Grape juice.
bottle
Air
off of the
freshener?
shelf and she like went over there and she was like, she sprayed it and she's like,
Zorro.
disappear, and she goes behind the counter. She starts grabbing shit up. They're like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "You can't see me.
I will
I'm
just
invisible."
say the more Kyle added on to that, the bigger Josh's eyes got.
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
That's meta.
Meta is having this.
Bank robbery meta.
We need to record that one day because he does that. His eyes go from like normal.
I think the possibilities in his head are just getting more and more
Intense.
extravagant.
You can do that.
All right, German woman sprays
Invisible
breast
juice.
milk before robbing a pharmacy.
Wait.
Yes.
Does it specify where these?
Bro,
No,
Where?
I'm not looking. I'm
Like
not
a
actually gonna
squirt
look them
gun?
up, but
Okay,
I
here
assume
it is.
she just
She
like
walks up.
certain-
She walks up. She's like,
No, she put
"Give me
it,
all
she's
the
like,
morphine."
give me
She
all
put
the-
it in a super soaker.
Stick 'em up.
she's totally got. She's got both nipples in her hand. She's like, "Give me all the morphine you got. Squirt one time for a warning shot."
What the hell is
I'm not afraid to
morphine,
use
bro? It
this.
was a bank.
Wasn't it a pharmacy?
No, it was a bank.
No, it was a
Pharmacy?
pharmacy.
Yeah, it was a
Was
pharmacy.
it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh
Where do
my
I keep
God.
hearing bank?
Just walk up to the bank, tell her, show me your titties, put the money in the bag. Like, what the hell?
Mom's a pharmacy.
All right.
It's like a 50-50
She was
chance
just-
that might work.
So she was at the pharmacy and she was just marking her territory is what it was.
It's mine.
My claim.
This
My
is
insulin.
my morphine. All
Where's
right.
my oxycodone back there? Sorry, go ahead.
All right,
Go.
I'm gonna skip a couple because I don't like them.
Okay.
All right, man arrested after allegedly trying to eat blank, and that's 2 words as well.
I want to say phallic objects in a very sexual, suggestive
Like,
manner.
you can eat a banana on the street corner, but you can't stand there sucking it for 20 seconds. God damn it, that show.
I'm gonna say urinal cakes.
Okay.
Somehow,
that
I remember a story
shaped
about that.
object.
And then,
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Can you repeat
Did you
it?
hear horror stories about that when you work at
Just like,
janitorial?
can I hear it in a sentence?
Man
please?
arrested after allegedly trying to eat blank.
2 words.
Well, I mean, it's the
Yeah.
actual thing's 2 words, but you can just guess something.
What if
Something
it was like
funny.
a bag of dicks and
A
there's
bag
some
of
gummy
dicks. So we're
sandwich?
going
Bag
with
of
more
dicks.
dicks, the gummy dicks.
Go eat a bag of dicks.
Bag of poo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Gummy
That's a good
poos.
guess.
Just a bag of
I just want some fucking gummies now.
I don't think someone would get arrested for that. I think they just get a crowd.
If they were phallic and ate them in a very sexual manner.
Look at you
do you
and
got?
your
What do you got,
phallic.
Josh?
What the fucking phallic?
I love that word. It's great.
Your mom is phallic.
That is terrible. You got anything?
My thought. I mean, I don't know. Let's say candle wax. Just
get
walks
arrested
into
for that.
Walmart and just starts popping candle wax. Like,
That's weird. No, man arrested after allegedly trying to eat a DUI test. So they tried to give him the DUI test and he tried to eat it. So they
It's
just
like,
fucking
oh, so
arrested
this
him.
goes in here, huh?
I totally.
That's.
They-
How would you
reminds
guess
me
that?
of those like dash cams of the cops where they put them on the hood next to their drugs and the guy with his tongue and just grabs his like crack and shit.
He's just trying to get as
He
much
just
of it as he
eats it,
can.
yeah.
If I could swallow this right now, I'd
Eats
be
his
fucked up when I
evidence.
get in there.
in the
I
bag
won't
and all.
remember this whole experience.
they can't prove it if they can't see it.
All right. Loose blanks on a plane delays flight.
Dildos flying everywhere.
Loose dildos.
I
on
just
the plane.
imagine like a disgruntled worker. He just takes like stuck on what
Loose dice.
dildos with suction cups on the
suction
end, and he
cups.
just like places them all over the bottom as it goes
If
along.
those
On
would be
every
loose,
window of
they
the
would be
plane.
stuck on.
Every window of the plane.
On the outsides of the plane look like it's
God.
got
It'd be
spikes.
loose. They'd cause like unbalance in the plane because the turbulence would get them rocking, and it just have the plane going up and down.
Honestly, like loose windows. Honestly, like
Loose windows.
that would
That'd be
make this-
sketchy,
That
man.
would make the plane get delayed.
Yeah.
Loose dice. Like you're just somebody just big thing of dice. Like,
Oh no! I rolled a 20.
D20. Yes.
I rolled a 1. The plane's gonna crash. Don't go.
Critical fail, dude. That shit will happen.
It's a 1 out of 22.
Loose
What do you
dice,
got-
man.
What do you got,
They're
Kyle?
deadly.
Did you say something?
Oh, I just elaborated on what he said because that was
Okay.
great.
I
would-
still like the dildos. Just rocking
My
me.
joke would have been loose women, but
oh.
no, it's loose crabs on a plane.
What the
delays.
shit? Whoa.
Nice. What kind of crabs?
Outbreak.
Like STD, which is just rolling around throughout the
No,
passengers.
What else would
I
it
was trying to
be?
get to the Mile High Club. I couldn't wait long enough.
Friggin' sexy, friggin' air attendant.
Yeah.
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 Passing around the crabs everywhere.
Man
Oh,
arrested
you want to go to the
after,
bathroom?
after 300 blanks found in home.
One more time.
Man arrested after 300 of
blanks.
something found in
300
was found in his home.
Spartans. They were actually just little boys, but he like dressed them up and hung them around his house decoratively. Like, look at my Spartans.
300 Spartans. Fucking God.
Women's panties. 300 women's panties.
300 women's God.
300 pounds of weed.
Wow.
That's like a
man.
really normal headline. though.
Yeah.
300 pounds of weed.
Yeah.
300 midgets.
Oh, one
Just
of those words that we
hiding
said
them
we
in
were
your
gonna
house.
use.
I don't know what's wrong with the word midget.
nothing wrong with the word
300
You know,
little
me neither.
people.
Me neither. So where I work, I had to take these little thingies because I'm not gonna say where I work. But anyways, basically, it's now become offensive to use the word handicap, even though that is illegal. It's a legal. It's a legal term.
What?
It's to some people it is becoming offensive to use the word handicap, and that one blew my fucking mind.
You're not allowed to point out anything.
Not really.
Discrimination.
Not really.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Okay, midget I can get as an offensive word, but
Kinda a little bit.
I mean, if I was
misconstrued.
Okay.
small, I don't know if they want to
If
go
we
by
can't-
dwarf.
Little people.
I would go
Little
with
people.
dwarf. I would want to be called a dwarf because
Absolutely.
it's mystical.
It just sounds cool as fuck.
I'd be
right?
like, I'm a fucking
How cool
dwarf
is your
from the
mind? I'm a
Iron Forge.
and my cock is huge.
Exactly.
And I get called dwarf all the time. I don't take offense to it. Everybody's taller than me. Fuck it. I mean,
Yeah, but
Fucking
Jake.
Yeah, but we're
roasted
talking
it.
about like
You
legitimate.
remember when we were talking about how
Little
Keith
people.
could totally be a gnome with
If you-
his like hair and beard?
gnomes are smaller
No, you're smaller.
and more
I
magical.
want to see one of those hats on Keith. One of the big old pointy cone hats on Keith.
No.
Wait, what? What's going on here?
Kyle's got
You're a
one.
wizard.
You're
a
put
wizard.
It on, Keith. Put it on,
Keith, put it on.
please. You have to put that on. That is totally our new logo for Fool's Banter.
You're a wizard, Keith.
Put it on, Keith. Come on.
Keith, I got you a present that you're not allowed to have.
It's
Come
not-
on, Keith.
It's a wizard hat. It's not a gnome hat. You're a
Oh my god! It basically got us what we were looking for, though. I'm not gonna lie. You said that.
Oh my god!
I had
It
the
is
perfect
like
response.
100 times better than I ever thought
Yeah,
it would be.
right.
Brett is dying.
Oh my god!
His face is so red.
Oh my god! Because it went
I told you. I
went from like
There's pointy ears under that fucking thing for sure.
Yeah, but Keith, the funny part
it
is I
went
got
from
pictures
like
of you.
okay, you could sort of imagine it to oh my god, it's right fucking here.
Yeah, right. Real quick,
Holy crap!
bro. I'm wearing this thing. I love it.
Keith, embrace it, bro. That is awesome.
Brett died from
That is your new Comic-Con outfit forever, man.
No, not like Comic-Con
I'll be a
outfit.
fucking Merlin.
That's Comic-Con outfit that
I'm
people
down.
wear to be
That is
me.
awesome,
But
dude.
that is not
People
my
just
Comic-Con
need to
outfit.
embrace what they look like.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm doing.
Love
just
it.
for the buddy you have.
Okay, so we gotta move on. We're running out of time.
Right. Man
Oh,
arrested.
but I have-
Which one? Yeah, man arrested after 300 snakes found in his home.
What?
Wait,
Oh, come on, I
give
was
us a
gonna say
blank.
Why is he at 300?
That was the one we
That was
already
the one we
did.
were talking
already
about.
said
I'm guessing
that
there's
one.
300 Spartans,
rattlesnakes.
Kyle.
Jesus.
Kyle,
was it far
Kyle
off?
already
I
forgot
forgot
about
about
his
that.
300 Spartans.
Well, dude, I mean,
Kyle's like, you didn't give us a blank, bro. You fucked it up. Come on.
It's because there was 300 pounds of weed. You kind of forget, you know.
Alright, I got two more. Company sells out of blank inspired plush toys.
Nice.
No.
emoji-inspired plush toys
Actually,
because that's
that's a
dumb.
makes
really
way too
good
much
one.
That's
sense.
dumb.
That's a really
yeah,
good
right.
one.
That might actually be right.
It might be a thing. Or It's like
Emoji inspired puff to. I was thinking Pokemon.
No.
Like-
Mushroom.
Like Eevee.
Mushroom inspired
inspired.
plush toys.
These guys.
Those would
are
actually
cool.
be pretty cool. I kind of want some.
Sure, dude.
Just a big ass mushroom to sit on your shit. And it's got like beans on the bottom of it, so it just is weighted.
Yeah. Keith.
I know there's one in my head and it's just not
One
coming
in
out.
my head.
It's so
one
great,
in
but it's
my
Brain
head.
inspired plush toys. Gnome inspired plush toys.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. That's
Keith
Keith's
gnome
answer.
inspired. Keith inspired gnome plush toys.
That's what I was thinking. Was Keith plush toys?
What is
Oh,
it?
God.
What is it?
This episode's enough.
Alright. Company sells out of Ebola inspired plush toys.
What the fuck even is that? Just Ebola
Is
and
it just like a
words?
virus or whatever?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like what kind of plush
Just
toy
a
is
bunch of
Ebola
dead
inspired?
plush toys. Plush toys of dead people.
Yeah, or just like the word
X's
Ebola.
on their eyes.
Alright, I got one more.
That's true. It could be an emoji still.
Potential buyer finds blank in closet of open house.
A lot of dildos. A obviously.
It's always dildos.
It's always dildos. It's probably more like a safe.
Closet full of.
Pubic hair.
Didn't necessarily say full.
Male
It says
mannequins
they
dressed
found
as females.
blank in closet of an open house. It could be like one dildo.
One dildo. I love how Steve holds up like a dildo that's like 2 inches.
Yeah.
Like one dildo.
Wouldn't that be weirder though? Instead of like a box of sex
It's
toys,
just one 2-inch
really
dildo?
small. Yeah,
Okay,
2-inch
okay. If
dildo
we gotta
on the
go
floor.
with dildos and stuff, and butt.
No, Keith, we
No,
don't
you
have
don't
no
have
dildos.
Butt plug.
They
That was just
bring
me
it back
not
to-
being very inspired. I didn't have to say something so stupid. Oh my god. It was actually they were just paintballs, and they rolled out, and you were stepping on them, and you got mess everywhere. Oh my god. Remember when we were kids, right outside your house?
What
one
is
time?
the thing again?
Does anybody else guess?
Say it
I
again.
was gonna say-
Can I hear
Oh.
the sentence?
Potential buyer finds blank in closet of open house, and that's
Of
2 words.
Open house.
Makes anybody's guess better.
What? 2
It's
words.
2
Dead
words, yeah.
alligator.
Closet full of magic
Dead,
cards.
a dead alligator.
Fishing.
I mean, that would be a really weird thing to find in a closet of open.
10
A dead
Full of
alligator.
dead alligator.
10 clowns.
Jesus
10
Christ.
clowns.
Just
That'd be scary.
in a
Just
closet. Just
open house. You just
not
open the
toys or
closet.
anything.
They're
Just real
practicing-
people.
they're
They're just
practicing
you
fitting in
open
the
the
car.
closet door and they just all look at you like
They're
what?
practicing.
Can you
Okay, this looks like the movie It. I'm the fuck out.
Keith, you got any guesses? Or wait, did you already have one?
Yeah.
What's the
I
Oh,
did,
this was a
but-
butt plug.
Yeah,
That was
butt plug.
real original.
Who said alligator?
Me.
Is it?
Dead alligator. Josh is definitely the closest. It's just a dead body
Oh, I was gonna say a
In the closet
skeleton,
of
but
it.
that's stupid.
of an open house.
That's just morbid.
I know, right? Way to end it on a sad note,
Yeah.
Steve. You have to do another one now.
Fucking dead
okay,
alligator is so much better.
Bruno Mars.
Britain's first blank-powered bus takes to the roads.
Fart powered.
Oh my god, god damn it, there's no answer that could be better.
Just there's tubes attached to every seat on the bus, and it just
They just give
The
you a
methane.
fucking cup of frijoles when you get on, and they're like, alright, go to town, don't
cup
worry
of
about it.
frijoles. It gives you a cup of frijoles.
Your cup of
Battery
frijoles.
It's
powered
in
bus.
Britain.
It comes with hot sauce.
Battery-powered bus?
That makes it even funnier.
I was thinking like oxygen powered.
Hamster powered.
Probably solar powered. Oh, bicycle powered.
Oh yeah, that
but
would
that's
make a lot of
thing.
sense.
You should
But
stick
that's
with your original guess.
That would make a lot
of
Because it was
sense.
basically right. It's poo-powered. That's
Poo
what that
powered.
is.
Whoa!
Poo powered.
So probably
Hold
methane.
on. Do you provide the poo when you get there? Like,
I'm
is that
sure
how you
you
pay
don't
for your
provide
ride? You're
poo.
like, all right, go in the back there and go pinch off a loaf for us. We'll get going.
Poo not included.
Sacks of shit
Definitely
equals
not
ticket.
included.
That is, man. Whoever has to,
Do you get a free
Trans-
poo sample to test for yourself?
Goodness.
the poor
I
mechanic.
want to take
I'm
home
sure
a
it's
sample
just-
of poo
I'm sure
to
it's just a
burn to
methane
power
powered
souvenir.
household utilities.
This is
Shit
a
that
really-
powered a
oh,
bus.
God.
Okay, that one was a good.
That's just gross.
That one was funny though.
How about, okay, I got another one.
I like my hamster idea better.
No, we don't need more.
It'd be like,
You're telling me that you
I
don't
think
like
that
those
one was
to
a
end
good
on those
end
ones.
point.
Let's finish this bitch off with some stories.
But do we have?
Ooh.
Some stories.
I'll take
That's
that
got a
story.
YouTube channel. He's always good.
Keith
Keith
has
has a
stories.
story.
Keith, hit us off with a story.
Talking
One
about my
time I
buddy
got dressed up like a
JJB.
gnome.
Josh
We went-
Jones is his name. He's a friend that
Sounds
lived.
like a superhero.
He lived here in Reno like 8 years ago, and he's lived with Keith in his apartment that he lived in. And he
Lots of stories.
Yeah.
Drinking stories mostly. But we're
Involving
gonna
sticky.
talk.
But he moved to Las Vegas, and then he came up here this past week to visit for the week. And that's is where Keith's story goes on to.
And thus begins.
Yeah, we were. He came over. He's hanging out. We've gone to a couple places.
The
Just
mood
a-
was somber. We weren't sure what we were gonna do.
The
No,
the sun.
we tried planning out like for a while that we were gonna go shooting, and we went to
We
food
considered
place and
shooting
all
each
that.
other.
And, actually, the first cool part of the story is like we went up to Tahoe area,
Incline Village.
Incline Village.
The sunset was beautiful.
We were looking for a good cliff to jump on.
guys.
You guys are making it hard to tell the
Yeah.
stories.
Part of the fun. Keep going.
But we go up there. We're just fucking climbing the snow and just run into some random ass people. at one point they go trying to find a bathroom. The bathrooms are all snowed in and closed for winter.
Good.
You can see shit.
All we hear is
the door.
somebody who goes to the bathroom and wipes themselves with snow.
Wait, oh, that's not gonna work.
What?
You're
Wait,
getting
what?
shit on your hands.
You're
if you
cleaning
do
your
that.
booty with the
All,
water.
all
the-
you hear is what do you mean? Who
Well,
told
like
you this?
the husband and wife talking.
You guys heard the husband and wife talking about how they wipe their ass with snow?
Well, hold on.
The
Can that
wife
really work?
did it.
Can I get a
I
second
don't think
opinion
that
for
would
somebody
work.
here? I feel like you're getting shit on your hands no matter what.
Well, okay,
man.
That's a
despite
pretty
all
shitty
that,
situation
Imagine
to
how
be in.
rough that snow is.
Oh, that too. Yeah, there's no way that's a soft
And cold?
wipe. You gonna
Oh
put it
my
all
god,
over
and then your
snow in your
butthole's
butthole?
just gonna pucker like
The only way I
crazy.
could think that would
'Cause
work
it's
is
just
if you
cold.
like you got on your belly, you took a handful of snow, you stuffed it up there, right? Got to be loose packed so it can melt easy, and then you kind of like whip
Is it
around.
gotta be?
I mean,
Just so everybody knows, Kyle is illustrating this for
I
us.
mean, they are husband
the
and
mic,
wife.
basically.
They could be helping each other with it.
Well, the husband.
Maybe
was-
they're like into that thing.
Well, the husband. Okay, this is the thing. The husband and the daughter are like over,
Uh-huh.
and he's like watching, making sure people don't come over
Okay.
to that area.
I didn't mean to
He's
interrupt.
saying-
So they're like talking
He's
to each
telling
other.
he's telling his wife or whatever to wipe her ass with snow.
No, she just did it. And she's like, okay, blah blah blah. Like they're talking.
Her
I don't know what
butthole's
exactly
not
they're
clean.
saying. but
Fucking
that's the
eavesdropping,
pro-
keep
I'm
talking
sorry,
about
but
people's
if you make
shit.
a hard packed snowball, it'll work just fine.
I don't agree with that. That would be harsh.
Yeah, right. Fine for fucking getting
Fucking
ice
You
Fools
never
on
know
your
until you
ass.
try it. I'm sure we can find some snow.
Fools
out there, so
Banter
go for it.
Mythbusters.
But
Oh no.
Can you wipe
but
your ass with
beyond
snow?
that,
That'd be dope. I
my
would be
my
down for
friends
that.
smoke and consume weed.
Smoke,
Smoke and consume.
smoke.
The
The
cannabis.
guy, like,
I see.
when we kick it off good with him. He's like, he's really friendly. He like, you know, kind of like whatever. These like we're all not acting weird. so
We're
on and so
cool,
forth.
man.
Granted, but she's like, well, he let the daughter take Josh up the snow, and she's like freaking out about that. What are you doing? Blah blah blah. And the too much story, but
And then
Not
what?
enough story. I'm
You said,
confused.
and
I don't
then-
hear nothing.
yeah, I'm recalling too much, and I'm trying to make
So-
myself get to a better point. Basically, they smoke. Dude smokes them out a little bit, and passes around a cup of coffee, and just like
What the fuck? I don't understand what's
I
going
could
on.
go for
This-
some coffee right
I don't
now.
know
I
what's going on in
really
this
don't
story.
understand what's going on
I,
in
it's
this story.
just like
okay. I'll skip the.
Why do you think I was
later
doing
in
what I
the
was
week.
doing?
they got
Way
the
more
communal
fun this way.
coffee going on.
Go
They're
ahead.
wiping their asses.
but
No, were you just hanging
later-
out with Tall Bunyan and his fucking wife? What's happening? Was there a wolf-sized dog in the distance?
Well, it was
watching
just
from
funny.
the
We were like all
mountains, howling at
sliding
the
around.
moon?
Well, most
Why do you think
most
Keith's
of them
journey
are
was like
sliding around.
mythical or something?
Because that's I'm so confused.
I mean, Keith is a gnome, so it could work out, but whatever.
What really happened was
Okay, so what?
The
So,
main climax
exactly.
of the story.
Well, the fun part of the whole week was we went shooting. I was just gonna leave that other part out. You can do whatever we want with that part.
okay.
But
So you went shooting this week with a good friend. That's fucking sweet.
well, me four of us, my two roommates
Okay.
and this guy. And
What'd you guys shoot?
Well, the funny story before that. This
Oh.
is actually funny.
Oh.
I tried going shooting with my rifle before.
Uh huh.
I took it to an indoor range. I was firing my other guns fine. I fired that thing once because mind you, I asked several times, "Am I allowed to fire my 30-06 in this building?" Yes.
I don't know if you
Multiple
guys know.
times I got yes. I go in there,
What
I
rifle that is.
unload that
Of course I
round.
knew what 30-06.
Nope. Put that away. Whatever. Don't fire that again.
That's
you know,
too loud, too dangerous, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, because one person told me.
It's just a 30-06. It's not.
Yeah, but it's loud in an indoor
you have
freaking
one?
range.
What'd you have?
30-30.
30-30. Steve had
30-30.
Well, 30-06. I mean, the bullets are high powered. Like you get kicked by the gun.
They're not little, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, like my friends, were like firing my shotgun. At first, they were having a hard time after I fired my 30-06, going and trying to fire that is my 12 gauge shotgun
Was good enough.
was not as loud as that gun and didn't kick. Show the kick that this thing did. And
I haven't been shooting it so long, but the
Right.
last time I
the
was shooting,
adrenaline rush after shooting that.
oh,
thing,
it's
though.
good, right? But I have all of you fuckers beat. I've fired the coolest gun. None of you fuckers.
Is that a
have fired.
laser gun?
Okay, beat
I
how?
fired
Do
a-
you own these guns? Because
No,
I
of
own
course
this.
not. I don't own any guns. I don't own any guns. I don't want to own any guns. I don't care that much. But I do enjoy
Trump.
firing or shooting if I get the opportunity. But the coolest gun I ever fired, the last gun I fired was a Barrett 50 caliber rifle.
What? You shot a Barrett 50 cal? That's
I shot it 4
How'd
times,
you do that?
3 or 4 times. My dad knew a guy.
Oh, that's cool.
My dad knew a guy, so we got to. My dad got bit by the scope from it first round.
Oh, nice.
He didn't realize he just had his face right up to the scope, dude. Ping!
Yeah, you know.
And it fucking cracked
Oh!
and it let him. He
Yeah,
bled
you
from
first
that.
time you fire that, you just make sure you're
Damn.
braced and like
Oh yeah.
Your
you
dad
don't
put
you
his
don't
eye
aim
into the scope.
Yeah.
you aim the
Dumbass.
barrel, but you don't like.
I mean, we're not shooters, right? We don't go out all the time or anything, but and
That must have
I
fucked
used
him
to
up,
do
though.
more than I do now.
but it is quite a shock to shoot that thing, man. The fucking hit, it just goes all the way through your body, you know, especially if you're behind the rifle. And the exhaust when after you fire
The
it looks so
shockwave?
fucking cool. No, we're talking about the muzzle brake. The muzzle
Yeah.
brake it shoots backwards behind you or whatever.
Yeah,
and
the
it creates
recoil.
this cool angle, dude, and everything around you just go poosh and swirls up. It's so fucking cool. It is
Have you
so
seen slow mo guys? Did a video of them shooting the 50 cal a bunch,
cool. Uh-huh.
and they
You guys
they
sh-
set it up with mirrors to show what it looks like getting shot, like directly in the eye.
What?
With a slow mo camera.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy because it shoots and then you can just like see in the distance the gun, the muzzle, and like all that shit. You don't realize the bullet's there, like until it's like right there, and you're like, oh, that's the bullet, and it's just like huge, and then it just shatters the mirror. It's insane. It's
Oh, that's so
awesome.
cool. Yeah, that round is fucking huge, dude. It's like what, the size of your finger? Bigger.
Bigger than that.
The actual round itself.
It's
Yeah,
like
round
it's like the size of your finger from the bottom of your palm to the top of your finger.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing.
I want to shoot.
I want to fight that.
I wanna-
But, yeah.
I don't care to really own them, but if I get an opportunity to shoot guns, I'm down for shooting guns, honestly.
Brad, you don't own a gun anymore?
No.
You
Kind
gave it
of
up?
why I'm glad that I know
Yeah, it
Keith,
doesn't
because
matter.
Keith really likes guns.
The apocalypse comes and bitches start.
Oh,
talking
yeah.
shit.
Okay,
Zombies,
so
blah,
before
blah.
we end this bitch, I wanted to
Infested.
make one little note of a little story that just happened. Once Keith was sent to get his soup, and Steve and I walked down to this
Oh,
little
God.
convenience store behind Kyle's house here, and this little store had like
Ghetto stuff?
shit on their shelves or in their little machines for drinks or whatever. But we rolled up to the counter, and what they have at the counter is this container, 75 cents a piece, Tide Pods.
Yes!
I don't know why. I don't realize we didn't talk about that, but we both laughed and we were both
Oh my
like
God.
dying when we saw it.
You
I
can
was
buy
just like,
individual
oh my
little
God.
Tide Pods at the convenience store at Kyle's house in case you want to fucking eat one.
Like they
Or
were
you
full
know,
on,
do your
like
fucking
next,
laundry,
like, next to the jerky.
millennial. You fucking millennial.
I'm not
Tide
millennial.
Pod.
Do your damn laundry.
No, that is the only reason that they have those on that counter right there, because it's next to all the snacks.
It's they're just.
It
like,
was
yeah, we can, like,
ironic because
because-
I'm the millennial here. That was my point. Of
Yeah, it's just, oh my god. They're
Everybody-
just,
Everybody in this room except for probably Keith is a millennial.
even
they're
Keith, I
like,
think,
hey,
is millennial.
shit, we could,
Yeah.
make some,
Ooh, sorry.
some extra money here by
Yeah.
selling these little individual Tide Pods. It's some dumbasses
Have
wanna
fun
God.
with that BS, man.
funny.
Oh,
Make a funny
Fuck
meme.
that.
actually, I can see what
Don't
the motto
enable
is.
the stupid. What are you doing?
Yeah.
The way that came
Cold
about,
the week.
No,
Just
that
cold
is
the week.
so dumb.
if I understand this correctly, the way that this whole thing came about is there was some idiot YouTuber, and he made a video satire about how these things look like candy, and he actually ate a couple of them, right?
Okay, and then that just exploded.
And then from there, people emulate shit they see. And
Yeah.
he was pretty
Social
fucking popular.
media.
And then it becomes a thing where people are doing it just because they think it's silly funny, right? And obviously not considering the health implications. And then Tide has to go, by the way, you're probably not supposed to eat these.
Yeah, like releasing
becomes a big
official
deal.
statements
Yeah,
like,
and then it becomes a
"Hey,
big
don't
deal.
eat those things, stupid fucking
As far
kids."
as I understand, this is how it came about.
As from what I heard, is that it started out like you said from a YouTuber. He did it as a joke,
Yes,
like
exactly.
as
Satire.
in like
Yeah,
the
satire.
ice bucket challenge kind of thing. It was the Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah.
He made it like that, where it was like a joke.
I heard
Yeah,
shit about
Ah,
Tide Pod
fuck.
challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he tried
but-
like as a joke challenge, and that people actually started
and he
doing,
didn't
like,
obviously
idiots.
he didn't intend it for that. He just made an observation how these things are colorful and silly, and to a child it might look like candy. That makes perfect
That
sense
guy's
to
gonna
me.
be like in 30
Perfect
years,
sense,
and be
I
like,
understand.
remember that time I caused a bunch of idiots to kill themselves?
Oh, dude, he's probably laughing from that already. Well,
I just
So-
remember.
hold on.
grocery stores
I just
having
realized what I
locked up.
just said. Hold on, I got fixed.
He's probably what?
That convenient.
He's probably laughing about it because he ended that sentence with "kill people" or something like that,
He's
right?
laughing. He's laughing about
probably
it.
laughing
No, it's not
about
killing
that.
people. It's
No, I mean.
No,
natural selection.
I imagine the fact that
Darwinism.
he created such a stir is probably kind of amusing. It would be amusing to me, but the fact that people are actually getting fucked up from it—that's not cool. You guys are
That's
just stupid. And that's your
Darwinism.
fault. Thank you.
Darwinism.
Thank you.
I already said natural selection.
Yes, exactly, absolutely.
Fucking that convenience store guy that's
Oh.
selling those Tide Pods. He has a great sense of humor. I love that guy.
That, or they're like,
No, those guys are just idiots.
yeah,
down
they're
there.
just idiots.
No, that's amazing. That's
No.
something that I would
Yeah,
do.
but to be fair, Josh, have you gone to that convenience store? Have
I-
you seen
Yeah.
the
No,
lady
I
that was behind
haven't.
the counter there?
I feel like legitimately people would buy that for laundry, straight up. Like,
That's
and
what I
that's
was saying.
useful. It's probably up there because it's useful to them. Like,
If it was like a 7-Eleven
Yeah.
right next to a laundromat, why not? Honestly,
is there a laundromat somewhere here?
exactly. Anyways,
I don't
It
know.
was just,
Yeah,
it
no,
was,
I don't think it's there for laundry. I think
Yeah.
it's there because they think people will buy them to be part of a meme.
Yep.
works for
I
me.
think.
Let
Yeah.
them die.
Their price is 75 cents a piece, so yeah.
75
If
cents
you
for
really need to
death.
get your time pods.
Yep, just Tide Pod.
That's like
Anyway,
the
let's
easiest
close
suicide
this bitch out.
ever.
Oh my god.
Thank you for listening.
We ended on a somber note. I'm sorry.
Please follow us on Twitter at
No.
Fools Banter
Don't eat Tide Pods, please.
or on Facebook, facebook.com/Fools Banter.
And don't be stupid with guns
You
either.
got a YouTube's?
Yeah, we got a YouTube's.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's not in. Oh, I'm in the wrong.
I actually
I'm
know.
so sorry.
You're in the
Since we
wrong
were
movie.
talking about guns and that, we should really end off.
We're
on-
not talking about anything.
Keith, we're talking about
story.
the end of the podcast. Nobody's talking about what you're talking about anymore.
Yeah,
I know,
you
I'm
just
saying
like
that
brought this
ending
up out of
note.
nowhere.
Because he's like,
You got some final words for people, please.
Don't
Well,
be
hold on,
stupid
not
with
add
things
the
that
final
could
words yet.
possibly kill you.
Well,
If
obviously.
this is your first time listening to the podcast, our podcast is available on Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and the YouTubes. And now you can head off some final words.
Okay.
Brad's gonna fucking kill us because
That's it. Unless you guys have a YouTube channel to recommend this week.
I recommended all my favorites.
Yeah.
If you're
I
playing
could
with
recommend
guns,
Crichton
learn your
again.
safety rules.
That
If
guy's
you're
fucking
playing
hilarious.
with other things that are poisonous or
Here's an
otherwise
idea.
deadly,
Don't play with guns. Use guns responsibly if you want to use them for sporting reasons.
Yeah.
Don't play with them.
Or hunting
As we've
reasons.
already said in a story,
Any
a guy
reason.
named Ben who likes to shit holes in TVs.
That's
So, actually, I will say one YouTube channel that is
Wizard
good.
Josh, go ahead.
There's
Your
Your
Overwatch.
Overwatch, is what it's called, and Your Overwatch is like a great thing.
What is it? One more time.
Your Overwatch,
YOUR, your
Yes.
like your Overwatch. Okay.
and
Whoops.
it
No, you're
it
Overwatch.
explains.
No, you're
Overwatch. Sorry.
The channel's really big on like explaining the updates with what's going on with the game and explaining techniques to use to attack certain maps, and they're just really informative. Like they are a constant watch for me on YouTube, especially since I'm continuously trying to get better at the game.
Killer.
Yeah, I like it.
Sweet.
Nice.
Check it out.
I wanna,
Do they have a Twitter?
can I on
Yep.
that same...
Your Overwatch.
At your Overwatch.
Some final words. If you're trying to sell your house, don't leave dead bodies in your closet.
Don't leave Tide Pods in your closet.
People are gonna
You'll
fucking
eat them
find
and not
them.
buy your house.
If you're running a convenience store business, it might be a good economical decision to sell Tide Pods in this
Individually.
time. Or whatever trend comes up, like the fidget spinner. That was a huge one that
You know,
convenience stores sold.
Tide is going to
Fidget pods?
put individual barcodes on each pod so that you can sell them individually.
Because sometimes you just want a snack, right?
Anybody got a dad joke for us?
Snack that smiles back.
Oh shit!
Did you
Oh,
have
I saw
I
the
had
dad joke
so
today.
many
That was
of these.
phenomenal. I swear to God.
How do you make holy water?
Huh.
You boil the hell out of it.
Oh, that's great. That's pretty great.